Welcome everyone to Through the Valley of the Sphinx, an adventure, a sandbox adventure for Dragonbane. This is actually based on a different adventure, Through the Valley of the something, and I've changed it to Sphinx, but it's by Jacob Fleming for Old School Essentials, and it was easily adapted. And the thing that sold me on this adventure was actually the overland map that we've been using throughout the adventure. I love a nice sandbox where you can go and do things in the order that you feel important. You can skip things. You can, go where you want to. I love that rather than, this is what you have to do. Well, we arrived into the Hularor Valley, and we found that that they were having some issues in the valley. We stopped at Fort Davelmag, and let me take us to our player map here. We were at Fort Davelmag over here on the left-hand side of the map. We arrived here, and we saw that there was much trouble and travail. Now, we had heard a few things about the Hularor Valley when we arrived, and we had come seeking wealth and treasure. Well, we had heard that the fort was the only outpost, the only settlement for miles on either side of the canyon, that there were hidden ruins within the canyon and more treasure than any adventurer could hope to carry out, that wealthy merchant caravans travel through the canyon and they're often looking to hire guides and escorts, that half-men, half-scorpion monstrosities inhabit the canyon lands, and we did encounter those last session. Also, we heard that an ancient cult might still be active, that the safest path might be through or along the river. Well, we did not find that to be the case. Last time we went along the river and we were attacked by those man-scorpions. It seemed rather dangerous. But we arrived at Fort Davelmag, and when we got there, we heard a few rumors from some of the people there. One was that an old, wealthy merchant by the name of Ralph Donpullo is looking for his 3 sons. A couple of nights before we arrived, his sons went into the canyon in search of recovering antiquities from among the rumored underground temples. They left under cover of darkness, and they've never been seen since. And Don Polo fears his sons have become lost, and he's begged the fort militia to send someone, but they will not, because they say it's too risky. The reason it's too risky is that there is Sundu Zara, one of the main merchant masters, has had a merchant under her command slain by one of the militiamen. And this poor fellow, we asked him what had happened, and he said that on the night of the killing, he was posted guarding the storage building, and he remembered blacking out to the sound of terrible wings beating on the wind, and then in his mind he saw glowing eyes. When he awoke, his hands were covered in blood, and he was standing over the dead merchant. Well, he definitely seems to be guilty, but the leader of the fort, Captain Mossack, he's a good friend of this man and is reluctant to execute him for these crimes, so he's hoping that some clue can be found. Well, many travelers to Fort Davelmag have claimed about this mysterious culprit that they name the Dream Thief, that they are cursed with sleep magic and they're robbed while they're unconscious, and many say that there's a laughing jackal who torments them. Well, based on this story of beating wings and glowing eyes, people have begun to suspect a manticore could be in the offering, that's maybe that's what the culprit is. But we haven't seen no such manticore in our travels. Likewise, we were told by Sundu Zara that she seeks a certain artifact, the Rug of Hiad, and we have found that rug. We just have not returned it to her. And there was also a water shortage at the fort, and we discovered that was some gnolls that had dammed up the spring, and we took care of that. So, really, of the issues in the fort, all that remains is this strange dream thief and the sons of Ralph Donpolo. Well, we traveled all through the Hularor Valley. We went to the gnoll den that had dammed the spring. We went to the statuary up near the top of the map by the Lure Zaki bench. There we found a strange red stone, as well as this mysterious gate that was icy cold, and we felt as though if we stood in there holding an amulet that we had found, that we might be teleported. We headed to the southeast, and we discovered a campsite, the Stone Glow Draw Camp, and there we found a treasure map as well as a magical ring. We headed down to the Temple of Forgothu on the map, just across the river of Hiad, and there we saw many strange and curious things. Among them were carvings on the walls of a majestic-looking animal, a sphinx, a creature with the head of a cat and body of a cat, perhaps a somewhat human-like face and great wings. And it seemed in these murals and carvings on the walls that this thing had brought order to the Hularor Canyon, and the people seemed to be rejoicing that now there was someone who would see that there was order and advancement among these peoples. Well, we also discovered the sarcophagus of this Sphinx, and it was empty. There was offerings still in front of it, and there was a statue in there. It looked like it maybe had something around its neck, and that was gone. It looked like that had been taken away, and inside the sarcophagus we saw the wrappings where this Sphinx must once lay, but it was gone as well, and we don't know where it could be or how long it's been missing. Well, we found a black stone in the temple as well. We had to have a red stone and a black stone, and we found a door that seems to require 3 stones to open. Well, we missed one of the stones. We don't know where it could be, but looking at those murals, we see a map of the valley, and way down in the bottom left-hand corner, we see a blue gem embedded in this map near the Salt Cauldron Tunnel. Perhaps that is where the last key that will open that door lies. Rather than heading there, we decided to follow the treasure map. We fought a terrible battle against some man-scorpion monstrosities, but then we found the treasure, and it had some wondrous items indeed. And that's where we left off, was there at the treasure, where Quietus, our healer, who had been mishapped into a fox, was able to wake up, restored back to her original form. And that's where we pick up the action. Let's start with circumference. So here we've had many an adventure. As the tank of the party, where do you feel it is best to go next?
Well, I'm not sure if we had decided we wanted to return to the fort, or if we wanted to simply make haste and head south.
There is the matter of crossing the river if we head south. There are 2 bridges, one over near the Temple of Forgothu and one kind of near Fort Davelmag. We could try to cross the river on our own, but we've not really seen how difficult that may prove to be.
Mm-hmm.
What does Kalen think?
Well, we don't need to go back to the fort, although I am rather injured and weary. It may not hurt, but either way we could set camp. The bridge is not that far. I think we should try for that.
And what about Orla?
I think Orla's leaning toward heading back to the fort and just getting some more things and crossing the bridge closer.
Okay. And Tavino?
I am exhausted, and I would rather not get my fur soaked by this river. I say we take the road and eventually the bridge.
And what about Quietus?
Quietus is quietly following along behind the others and will do whatever they decide. She's still a little bit disorientated via being a fox for a couple of days.
Yeah, everything's much taller when you were a fox. And
I'm missing all those senses,
yeah,
extra
the
senses
smells,
that I had.
Nothing smells right now. Well, if we want to journey along the edge of the canyon here where we are, we can do that. We climb up to the road, to the North Canyon Road, and take that over to either the fort or the bridge. What path do we want to take? Down here along the river, where rumors say it is safe to travel, although that does not seem to be the case. Our first foray was we were very hard pressed indeed. Or we can go up to the road.
I think we might make better time if we were to take the road to the fort.
Yeah.
So climbing up the canyon, it's a bit of an ascent. You're going about 1,000 feet up. And it's not sheer, it's not, like a slot canyon. That is somewhat gradual, but it is still an arduous climb. And that's going to take strength rolls from everyone. Or we can, and that's if we just go straight up. We could do bushcraft rolls if we try to pick a path, but we'll go much slower. Well, Kalen and Circumference have no problem scrambling up the rocks like mountain goats.
Oh, no.
Orla, it's a little more difficult for you. You like the forest and the woods, and there's not a tree in sight here.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like them. Tavino's like, because I'm exhausted, so we'll see how this goes.
And you see Quietus likewise. She is.
Oh, I got
up for
lucky.
this.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I still failed, but I'm surprised I got. So I did even with the failure.
Right. So, Kalen and Circumference, you have no problem, but you look back and you see your 3 companions lagging behind.
Well, Circumference will make his way back. He will not leave anyone behind. In fact, by now it's hot enough he's probably taken off his plate mail, and he will offer for someone to climb atop his hairy back, and he will carry them up the hill.
It's like riding a yak up the mountain. You can give me another strength roll, Circumference, as you porter people up the hillside. Oh,
Gotta say, I don't know. Well. It's about to say.
Maybe you strong man it. You grab Quietus under one arm, Orla under the other, and Tavino grabs onto your back, and you make your way up there. By the time you get to the top, your skin is red, you're panting, you're sweating like a dog, your tongue is lolling out, and you clearly are in need of some water and respite. But you've gotten everyone up that horrible ascent. From here, we will need some bushcraft rolls to travel along the road.
Woohoo.
To get to where we need to go. Orla has got this. So Orla, you guide us past the Rock Shepherd Butte, and we get over to near the bridge. Now, do we want to take the bridge, or do we want to go to Fort Davelmag?
Well, we're close enough now that it couldn't be more than a few hours to get to the fort.
Yeah,
it
it's
might
about
be worth it to revision.
It's about 4 miles. What's that? About 6 kilometers or so.
Yeah, the fort makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Let's do one more bushcraft roll, Orla, to get us to the fort.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Nice. We get back to the fort, and let me open up our fort map here. We arrive, and it is it's the hottest part of the day. We can go inside, and people are overjoyed to see us. They thought we were lost for good. They had not heard from us after we restored their water, and Captain Masak is overjoyed to see us there. Welcome, my friends. Welcome back to Fort Davelmag. Tell me, what have you seen in the desert? Don't all speak up at once. Tell me, have you seen this dream thief?
I don't think so, but we've seen a lot of monsters.
Oh, monsters, yes. The canyon is rife with them. Well, have you seen the sons of Ralphdon Pulo?
Not yet.
No.
Well, have you recovered the artifact that Sandu Zara seeks?
Yes.
That depends how much money she's willing to pay.
Well, that's between you and the Merchant Lord. I have nothing to say on that matter, but perhaps if you give her this, she will perhaps leave once and for all, and perhaps my good friend down in the holding cell, perhaps she'll forget about him, and my friend might survive. Poor Jor, he's spent many a day in that pit. I've done what I can to bring him refreshment, water and food and the like, and to provide some ample comforts to him, but there is not much to be had down in that hot little cell.
Are you not worried he will go mad again and kill somebody else?
Well, that is the worry, but He is my friend. I'm keeping him from the headsman's axe as long as I can keep him down there. But Sundu, she is getting very impatient. If you can, well, give her something of a pleasant surprise, this artifact that she seeks, perhaps you can put in a good word for us here at the fort and for Jorgullet down in that holding cell. If you wish to find
go
her,
and talk.
yes, she's over in the large area, the caravanserai, where you see everyone set up, and you see her large tent. You've been in there before. If you recall, there were rugs all along the ground, and it was very comfortable in her tent. But have you anything to sell or anything that you need to purchase? We will do what we can. Go to the supply storage and do your best bartering. Get the best price you can. Tell them that Captain Mossack sent you.
I'm not going to be doing anyone any favors with bargaining until I get a nap in.
Naps, yes. Rest from your travels and your worries. My quarters are your quarters, and he will afford you all a comfortable place in the captain's quarters, where beds and pillows and cushions are laid out. Cool water is brought in to, along with servants, to wash the sand and the dust from your feet and to make you comfortable for bed. There's even someone in there, if you like, that they will fan you with a huge palm frond.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was about to say, Tavino will definitely take all of those comforts.
Nice. If you all want to rest now, you can. You can do full rests and recover all of your stuff.
I know that's what Tavino desires.
Yeah.
Well, and now that the spring is better, perhaps the captain would care to draw me a bath. I'm definitely in need of one, and get one of your guards to find a rag.
Yes, we've a camel trough that will suit you well, sir. And he goes over and shoos away the camels, has a few more buckets of water added to it, and gives you a little bar of soap and says, "This is very expensive. This is my personal soap. Please, use all that you need, but be mindful that these things are hard to come by out here." And he hands you this little tiny bar of soap. It's about the size of like the little travel bars, like a fun-sized candy bar kind of thing. Just something small.
Yes. Well, by the time I return it to him, it's just a little tiny sliver with some of furry dwarf hairs attached to it.
Like the size of a nickel with clumps of hair all over it. Says, "Oh, thank you, indeed. Someone go and burn that trough. The camels won't drink from it now." But you feel nice and clean. You've washed about 4 pounds of dirt and sweat and salt off of your body.
A lot of scorpion man blood, probably.
Oh yeah. And Orla, I don't know if you needed to sleep. You weren't here last time, so I don't know if you had already been healed up or not.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Okay. When you wake up, you are feasted at Captain Masak's generosity, and then he asks, "Where will you go now? Are your journeys here in the canyon at an end? Can you not help my friend Jorgullet?"
Well, I think we can go to the merchant and see.
Yes, Sundu, please go meet with her at once. She will be overjoyed. Perhaps she will finally leave this place now that she has what she seeks. And you are escorted over to Sundu Zara's tent. And when you arrive, she is there to greet you. And I think I've got a picture. Yeah, here's a picture of Sundu and her assistant. So you go in, and Sundu Zara, she is very happy to see you. She meets you there with her advisor, Vodrick, who's a silent man who wears an ornate silk uniform, a turban, and a jeweled mask. And Sundu bids you to sit on pillows and says, "Well, when last we spoke, I told you of something that I seek. Tell me, Have you found it? The fabled rug of Hiad.
Yes. How much were you willing to pay for that again?
And you see Vodrick turns his head and looks at Sundu, and she looks at him, and you hear no words spoken, but soon they both nod as though they're somehow communicating with one another. And she says, I can offer you 1 chest of gold. And she snaps her fingers, and a small chest is brought up and opened, and you see that it's not stacked, but just loose coins. There's probably, at best estimate, maybe 200 gold coins in there.
Whoa.
This is a fair price, no?
Yes. It also seems that the folks in the fort would like you to leave.
I suspect they would. Did they say why?
I believe it has to do with the prisoner?
Yes. That militiaman who slew one of my merchants. Well, I demand recompense for that death. I have spoken with Captain Mossack. A life for
We
a
have
life.
come across evidence that he may have been manipulated. Like, it may not have been him. Would you punish a good man for having his mind controlled by somebody?
The only mind control of that which I know is that silver-tongued thieves hold over others. They speak long, powerful words against those who they deem to be lesser-witted. You will not find such a companion in myself. Your slick words will not attract me as flies do to honey. No, I am vinegar to you. I insist that your gullet pay a life for a life is only fair.
Would you even be able to traverse this valley if it wasn't for the guards?
Give me a bartering roll.
Is there any way that Tavino can assist with that?
Yeah, what would you do to assist?
I mean, he also has bartering, and in this case, probably just using like the lore to kind of help back it up, to try to convince them that such an artifact could exist, such as the rogue that we are providing them, to make them more likely to believe us.
Yeah, add a boon to that roll, Quietus.
Circumference will also tug at Quietus's robes and say, Quietus, ask them for more gold, too.
Yeah, 200's a bit. Yeah, DeVito gives you the 200's not much face, but doesn't say anything because it's your rug.
And you would know this is all part of the process. They have to lowball you at first because you might say yes. But you know, it's a dance. Quietus, do you push that?
I'm not very good at bartering, but I am a healer and I don't want somebody to die. For nothing.
Oh, that was close.
Aha.
Got it.
Hey.
Says, look, I understand that the life of a wealthy merchant is fraught with peril and never dull. I know that things happen. It's all part of business. But I think we can come to terms. I could leave if I had the rug. And satisfaction. That would be enough. I could let that rogue in the pit live if I received compensation.
To give to the family of your man.
And she looks at Vodrick and he shakes his head no. She says, well, no, to hire someone else. The family of that man, they have accepted what has happened, or they will when I tell them.
Well, perhaps a compromise. Perhaps you could keep his position, but you could chop off one of his fingers as a reminder. It's better than getting his head chopped off.
Ooh, give me a persuasion roll with a boon. She likes this idea.
Of course she does.
Yes. It's like a head on a pike staff. It keeps the others in line. But a finger... I think a hand. A hand would be fair.
He can't be a guard with a missing hand. This is irrational.
What about 3 fingers?
3 fingers is more than half of the hand. It will render the hand all but useless. You could not fire a bow. Yes, 3 fingers.
Yes, but he could still give a thumbs up. I think that's quite fair.
He could still hail a taxi. Yes, I think this is a fair compromise. I receive the rug, you receive your chest of gold. We leave, and Jor Gullet gives me 3 fingers.
Quietus is going to walk away. She is not impressed by this deal.
Yeah, Tavino's kind of like, but it's not my decision.
May I see the rug?
Well, I think that the 200 gold was more of just a starting thing. Tavino, what do you think that rug is worth?
Ooh.
Now, what did you say it does again? Tavino kind of positions to kind of show off its features.
Well, it allows you to fly upon it. A flying rug. Magical thing.
So you
Magical.
know that this carpet is enchanted with flight, and by speaking the magic word, which you guys know the word, you would be able to command it to fly. It could carry you anywheres.
Interesting. Does this person we're potentially selling it to know what that word is?
Do you ask?
No. Tavito would probably assume it's like, well, the rug might be 200 gold, but the word might be an additional fee.
Excellent, because the word was written in the temple. It wasn't on, it's not on
perfect.
the rug.
Yeah, and Tavino wasn't with y'all at that
yeah.
quite point of finding it, but he would assume that she does not know the word, and that's an additional cost.
Give me a bluffing roll, since you don't know for sure if she knows the word or not. You can add a boon to this.
Perfect. Yeah, he's going to need it. He normally does not bluff. He's all about bartering, but not so much bluffing. Oh, I got it.
Oh no!
It makes no surprise.
Yeah, she
I
says,
mean, I can push it.
She says, "What are you getting at? I
I'll
think
try to push
you're
it.
holding something back."
Let's see. Ugh. Well, he tried.
Yeah, you're holding something back. What are you not telling me? Does this not work? Is this?
Oh, it works. It works. It just needs an extra something, which they know. I don't know. They know.
And Vodrick looks at Sunduzara, and she looks at him, and then he shakes his head, and she says, "I think you have us over the proverbial barrel. Do you know how to make this function?"
Tavino kind of like looks over towards the rest of the group.
Well, there was a specific word written in an ancient language that only with the aid of my helm was I able to decipher.
And I expect you'll want something for that word.
Well, I think that you're very astute.
What do you want?
Well, I mean, words cost a lot of money, so perhaps you could go find a few more of those little chests.
How many more chests?
What do you think, Tavino? Do you think... I don't know.
At least 2 more.
Tavino, give me a bartering roll with a boon.
All right. Yeah, he's generally much better at bartering. It's definitely his territory.
Nice.
Yeah.
She says 2 more chests. Snaps her fingers, and 2 more chests are brought up. There's now about 600 gold here. Very well. You give me the word to activate the carpet. You give me the carpet. You take the gold. I take 3 fingers from Jor Gullet. Are we agreed?
Tavino seems to look, relatively satisfied. Minus the 3 fingers part, but those aren't his fingers.
Yeah, it's not your fingers. Going once, she says. Going twice?
Well, it's 3 times more than the starting
Yeah.
offer. So
And a roast leg of lamb. Yes, throw that in as well.
No, the entire deal is off. I simply cannot abide. No! More than 1 leg of lamb, I will give you 2.
Ah, very good. I'll give 1 leg of lamb to the guard and his family. Perhaps that will help make up for the fingers, and I'll keep 1 for myself.
We have a deal! And she rises and she goes in and she kisses Tavino first on the left cheek and on the right cheek. And she goes and kisses Circumference on the left cheek and the right cheek. And when she gets up, she kind of spits a little bit of hair out of her mouth. And then she goes in towards Kalen, kisses him on the left cheek and right cheek. Goes to Orla, kisses her, and then also to Quietus. She goes in to kiss you. Do you receive her kiss?
no, I did not.
Yeah.
I got my arms folded, and I'd actually walked away a little way.
Yeah.
After you saw it coming.
Yep.
I did not allow the kisses of those who would take the fingers from a good man.
She shrugs her shoulders and says, well, a deal well struck. Take your gold, give me my carpet, and tell me now the word.
Yes, and Circumference will share the actual word with her.
Do you remember the word?
Well, I don't have access to the carpet, but I think I wrote it on the carpet so I wouldn't forget.
Oh, gosh. In crayon in big letters. You give her the word. The word was Yusafir. And she speaks the word and the carpet begins to rise. She claps her hands with glee. And she says, music, dancing, feasting. We go home tomorrow. And everyone begins to cheer inside of her tent. And you are ushered out by Vodrick, along with your 3 chests of gold. And then you see him and a knife man walking over to the holding cell. Captain Masak comes over and says, Did you save the life of my man?
Yes, he will be quite alive, I can assure you that.
Why did they go to free him? That is a job for us to do.
That is between you and the merchant, good sir.
And
3 fingers, yes.
Captain Masak rushes over, and you see him arguing with Vodrick and the knife man holding a very small but very sharp-looking blade. And Captain Masak looks back at you, and he has a look of just exasperation on his face, and then finally he lowers his shoulders and his head as though he's resigned to this fate, and you hear him whisper, let me at least tell him what's coming. And they step back, and he gets down on his hands and knees, and he's speaking down into the ground, into that holding cell. And you hear a cry, and an exasperated wail.
No!
Quietus, do you do anything?
Yeah, I'm going to go and see if I can barter to use some of my gold to see if I can compensate her enough.
Nice. You go talk to Sunduzara?
Yeah.
You go back into
come with me, Tavino. You're a better
Tavino was
than
going to
me.
be like counting coins, but then you like drag Tavino in and is like, oh, fine.
The two of you...
this is not right. He would get an infection. He may die.
The two of you go in to the tent, and Sunduzara says, you've come back for more. You're greedy, aren't you? What more do you wish? We have struck a bargain already.
So I will just say, my share of the chests I give to you in return for the man's fingers to stay on his hand.
She looks around for Vodrick, her advisor, but he is not there. And a look of almost worry crosses her face. And she says, 50 gold per finger?
Oh, I say 100 gold for 3 fingers.
100 for 3. Give me a bar. See, now you're getting nitpicky. This is awesome. give me a bartering roll. Tavino, do you want to make this roll?
I feel like Tavino is like caught up into it. He was gonna offer some of his own gold because this person seems like so motivated. So yeah, Tavino, I guess, will ultimately be trying to add his own gold into barter.
Okay, give me that bartering roll. She wants 50 gold a finger. You're offering 100 for 3. She says, "It's just fingers. It's more the symbol of it being done Look,
It is turning a useful man to a useless man.
You drive a hard bargain, but sweeten the pot a little bit more. I need something so that my reputation can remain that of strong and powerful, not to be abused. This man's fingers would serve this. Gold, while it is profitable, does not send the same message. What other message can I send?
Well, who's to say that he has to come out of the holding cell? You can say he cuts off his fingers, he can scream, and all of your men are happy, and then you leave. How about that?
Ooh, and her eyes light up. Yes. Yes, that will work. That will work. Very good. Give me the 100 gold.
I will do so.
She says, go tell my man, Vodrick, tell him this new plan, but tell only him. Tell him to tell the knife man that Vodrick will do the cutting. We can't have any others privy to this information. Go now,
I like
swiftly.
this Vodrick. I'm going to warn everybody about Vodrick. I think he's her influencer.
You head outside and you can see this man, Jor Gullet. He's standing outside the holding cell, and he looks like he's been living very roughly for probably a week or more. He is emaciated. He's covered in dirt and filth. Looks like lice have gotten into his hair and his beard. He's got sores all over his body. And Vodrick is standing there, arms folded, while the knife man pulls Jor's right hand over and begins to inspect the fingers, his knife in hand, as though selecting which one to cut first.
No.
And Quietus, you rush over there. What do you do or say?
I said this is to be done in the cell where there are no flies. And, yes, I say, and Vodrick is to do it. And then I say to him, you will come with me into the cell, so...
Give me a persuasion roll, Quietus. Meanwhile, Circumference is sitting there eating that leg of lamb, hoping for a good show. Do you push that?
Yeah, I'm angry.
And Vodrick says, this is most irregular. This was not the wish of the lady.
Hang on. Oh, that's better.
Oh, much better. Nevertheless, perhaps you are right. Perhaps this is best done privately. Let it be shown in public what happens to those who cross Sunduzara. But there's no need to make this man suffer more than he already has. Into the cell. Hand me your knife. And the knife man gives him the blade and begins to head back towards Sunduzara's tent, shaking his head like, this is most irregular. You go down into the cell with Vodrick and Jor Gullet, and Captain Masak is down there as well. With all of you down there is not much room to move. And Jor looks at you and almost giving you a bit of a gentle smile to say thank you for not shaming him any further. And then he willingly offers up his right hand, and you can see it trembling. He is afraid.
You are to scream now as if your fingers are being cut off, but you are not to have your fingers cut off. There has been a deal made.
Vodrick looks
but you will stay down here.
Vodrick looks at you and give me a will roll, Quietus.
Stare at him with the eyes of someone who's been a fox for a day.
Oh, you feel an intrusion inside your mind, as though someone is flipping through the pages of your mind's book, looking for the entries to see if what you say is true or not. And it's as though your entire life is now exposed to this man's gaze, but you're aware of it. And he rapidly comes to the page where you can see in your mind's eye the words of your conversation with Sunduzara. And then suddenly the book slams shut, and he says, This is nonsense, but it's the will of the lady. Very well. Scream loudly, fool. Put on a good show.
Scream so loud.
And Jor lets out this howl, and it even chills Captain Mosak's blood. And he looks at Jor and looks at everyone assembled and says, I'll keep him down here. Quiet until you've left. No one need know about this but us. And we swear secrecy. Fodrick finally climbs up the ladder, and in his hand, he's holding the knife. When he reaches the top, Orla and Circumference and Kalen and Tavino, you see him hold up his hand, and he's holding 3 fingers in his hand, and they look bloody. And let me have all 3 of you make a will roll as you see these 3 fingers, as he holds them up and calls out, see what happens to those who cross Sunduzara. Oh, awesome.
Apparently Tavino believes that it still happened.
Tavino, you think it happened. The others, you realize this is an illusion. This is a mirage. Some sort of spell has been cast. But Tavino, you're convinced that despite your best efforts at bartering, those fingers were still taken. And Orla, you as well. You think you were not able to help Jorgullet.
Ooh.
Do the 2 of you do or say anything?
I think Orla is probably just gonna gag.
Yeah. And he takes the fingers, and as he walks by, there's a small pit with charcoal in it, and there's meats being grilled on the pit, and he tosses the fingers into the pit where they sizzle and sputter and are quickly consumed by the flames. And that smoke from those burning fingers flavors all those little skewers of meat that are being turned on that.
What a waste!
Does Orla's bow sense that it's not real?
Excellent question. Yes, the bow says no harm has been done to that man.
She's like, but there's blood everywhere.
It is not blood. I know blood when I see it, and that is not blood. Fodrick then walks into Sunduzara's tent, and within the hour they begin to pack up their belongings into their wagons to make haste away from Fort Davelmag.
I don't think that's the last we'll see of them somehow. So I guess I explained to the others that Vodrick apparently is able to get into the mind and to cast illusion spells as well, and that I really think he's dodgy. A dodgy person.
Well, if he tries anything on me, I'll cut off his head.
Could be the very best way to treat him.
If you know what head he has. Could be swinging to my head instead of his head.
It's okay, I'm very nearsighted. I'll just start swinging, and eventually some heads will come off, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
What about Kalen? What do you make of all this? You seem to have done well. You've saved the life of Jorgullet. Seems to have come at some cost, but you recognize that those fingers were simply an illusion. What do you make of all this with Vodrick and Sunduzara and everything that's happened here in the fort?
Yeah, well, I mean, Caitlin's feeling on the up. When you look at it on the whole, we've achieved what we want. If anything, though, that he's demoralized because we probably could have gotten more gold. That carpet is legendary.
Right?
Flight is a powerful spell.
Oh yeah.
And he's not fond of that woman. They call him the Wild, but she is barbaric.
Yeah.
Well, we could always lace each of them on the road and take it and sell it to another merchant.
Or keep... That Varric. He's probably stronger than he looks.
I think they perhaps may be going to try to lay siege to us. We'd best keep our wits on us.
Yeah,
Well, when you're
Yeah.
making negotiations and bargaining and bartering. When you have somebody who can read people's minds, it's not easy to be successful.
Right.
Yeah.
And you,
What if he knows about the gems now?
Yeah.
We didn't say anything about where we were going next, I don't think. Or
But we would have
anything
thought
about-
it, didn't we? Like, we know where the third one is.
And he did go through the book in Quietus's mind, scanning all those pages.
I thought I managed to block him.
You were aware of what he was doing. You were aware, at least, of the page that he read. But you don't know if there was anything else that he may have picked up on.
So I explained that perhaps he read that in my mind or in the minds of the others while we were bartering, or... So I think perhaps we need to get going again.
That would be wise.
There's a very good chance that they come to take their gold back. You know that Sundu Zara has not become this wealthy merchant lord by simply giving away gold. So there's no reason why they might not waylay you here or on the road and take back that gold and take the carpet as well. So you're probably not as safe as one might expect.
Yes, never to worry, though. I have a very shrewd mind, my mind is as though it was a steel trap. No magic will have any hold over me.
Yeah, legs of lamb though, perhaps.
Let's go back to our map here. So where do we go now?
Down to the salt cauldron tunnel?
Do we leave before Sundu Zara departs? Or do we wait for them to leave first?
Ooh. What say you? More experienced valley travelers?
Probably before them would be good if we're worried about them wanting these.
Yeah, and honestly, if they're going to go after us anyways, their problem, of course, is that we know they're liars, and so their men might be demoralized by such truths. But money speaks, so probably not.
Before we leave, how are we on healing potions? Would it be wise to purchase some before we leave the fort?
I think that would be a very good idea, just in case I turn into something else at the wrong time.
So normally 50 gold for a healing potion, but because you have helped the fort with water and helped Jor Gullet, they will be sold to you for 30 gold.
Excellent.
And I'll drop them into the chat.
And I believe we each received 120 gold if we got 600 total.
Well, we had to then give 100 back, and I think, was that Quietus's 100?
I just took 100 off my current gold.
Perfect.
So. I could take, like, if I use all of my 120 gold from that, or whatever you said it was, I could get 4 and put them in my amulet of storage. Just remind everybody that it's there.
So, if you want to purchase that potion, Tim, if you're not familiar with how to do it, open your character sheet and you can drag that from the chat onto your sheet.
Okay,
show
cool.
up in your inventory, and then just deduct the gold.
Perfect. I probably should buy at least one for this character.
I think at least one is not a bad idea.
I also have
and I won't add any extra gold.
I also have quite a few items to sell to the merchants in the fort.
Well, you will get a good price. In fact, you will get a 10% above the market price of whatever the item is.
Well, I have a battle axe, a long spear, and this old broadsword. That's a +1 broadsword, a very fine one.
Ooh, well, let's see. Your the +1 broadsword. Wasn't someone else using that broadsword? I don't remember.
I thought that we were just going to keep it and then sell it. I thought that was the plan.
Oh, I think you're right. So that broadsword is worth 120 gold. So you'll get 132 gold for that. The broadsword plus 1. The other broadsword you will get 13 gold for. And the battle axe, they will pay you 11 gold for that. So 132 plus the rest is, what, about 150?
Sure, that seems like a fair price.
Guess Davino might as well do a little bit of other shopping while he's here if they have things such as leather armor and maybe a replacement dagger as opposed to getting it repaired.
That they do. So daggers are relatively cheap. They would, let me drop it in the chat. They would happily sell you a fine dagger for, and you'll get a discount on this. Normally it's 1 gold. They would do for 9 silver.
All right. Definitely doable there. So he'll kind of repair his own dagger, as it were, that he had.
And leather armor is normally 2 gold. They would sell that for 18 silver or 1 gold and 8 silver.
All right. This armor would definitely help.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. There we go. All right. Now he has 2 regular daggers back and a little bit more armor.
And did we buy healing potions already?
I think if you wanted to, I put it in the chat. They were 30 gold each.
Well, if you already purchased some, you can replace your gold. I will purchase them for now.
I think Circumference is swimming in gold.
Yes,
okay.
with the
Halen is
selling of well, yes, with the sale of my items, it put me at 1,000 gold. So I will sell. Once I've sold those, I will then purchase 5 healing potions.
And somewhere up at the statuary, you still have a donkey and a cart that is probably dead by now, but you did leave your donkey up there.
I didn't know about the donkey.
Yeah, I kind
We'll
of got
carry
forgotten.
2 healing potions, or do you think we should spread them out amongst people who can't heal?
Well, Circumference already has one, so if we're buying 5, if you want to carry 2, then if someone else wants to have one in case of emergencies.
I've already bought myself 3.
I feel like Davino is approaching his weight limit, which I was double checking on too to make sure everything weight wise was entered on my initial sheet correctly, because he's in his encumbrance situation.
Oh yeah. If you equip them, if it's things that you're currently using, it will take it off of your encumbrance. So
Yeah, that's why I was double checking. Because I was like, lockpicks. I was like, yeah, that's why I was fiddling with it. Because lockpicks are simple, and I figured he'd have that.
You can also move stuff. Now, the Foundry character sheet has a storage on the bottom right-hand side. If it's stuff that you're leaving, I'm going to leave this here, but it's still mine, then you can put it into storage. Or if we have a wagon or something, you can move it down to storage.
Pretty much what he has is helpful. I mean, he can stow rope, but somebody needs to have rope. As long as somebody here has rope.
Yeah.
I have twilight mushrooms, but I also can cast light as a cantrip. So, would anybody like my twilight mushrooms? Because you can crush them and make them, leave them light, and they last for quite a long time. Nobody needs them?
No.
I will just carry them then.
I could eat them and tell you how they taste. They look quite delicious.
The circumference glows for 1d4 days.
Every time he opens his mouth, it's like a spotlight.
That's the last thing that I need, is to know where I am at all times.
Well, I will take one of the healing potions, and then if Quietus takes 2 of them, who wants to carry the last 2?
I could barely carry what I have as it is. I can hold one more if I have to, although they would be helpful.
Well, we could put them in the cart, I suppose, and they're outside if we need them.
That's
I do
true.
have plenty of space. I can carry them if you wish. I have some of my own, though.
Well, perhaps we keep them in the cart then, and then they can be replacement potions.
Sounds good.
Well, didn't Kalen find a pouch of plenty?
Yeah, he's got like 12 more carry weight he could use. Well, 11, but yeah.
He better
And he's
have-
at 18 right now, almost 19.
Jeez.
It would be better to have them with us if we possibly can. They're not going to do us a lot of good on the cart
Yeah.
if we're deep inside a crypt or something.
Caitlin's got pretty good movement, so he could run them around pretty easily, but he is not a healer. So I guess that actually it's more of a case for it, I suppose.
As the final matter of order, I'm assuming that we have enough time for like a stretch rest to get our conditions cleared again.
Yeah, you can absolutely do one before we leave the fort.
Cool.
You could also spend an extra day here, but then Sundu Zara would likely be gone by the time you leave. That might give her a chance to go, if she were to ambush us, find a spot along the road where, if she knows where we're going next, which maybe she knows, or maybe she would just
think
go
we
on her
should
merry
go.
way.
I think we should go. I think it would be better to be ahead of her than behind her. But they do have a flying carpet. But how many people does that actually carry?
Could carry 4 people.
So if they get ahead of us with 4 people, that's better than being ahead of us with a lot more.
Or fly over you as they drop flaming flasks of oil or something.
Would there be perhaps a wizard in the fort that could sell us a scroll with the spell Dispel on it?
Actually, there are no wizards in the fort. It does specify that.
Unfortunate, we could simply cast the spell on the carpet. Perhaps they would just plummet from the sky.
Yeah. Well, might protect them from arrows.
Well, it seems like a risk we'll just have to take.
Alright, so we're going to take a stretch rest and then continue? Or those of us who have conditions?
Sounds good.
Seems like.
And then are we heading down to the Salt Cauldron Tunnel?
Yeah.
That was the plan.
Yes.
Okay, we can cover... How much? We can cover this much in one shift. That'll put us to the end of that hex. We take the South Canyon Road to where it meets the Laughing Devil Trail, and we will need a bushcraft roll for this stretch of the journey. Who wants to make that bushcraft roll?
Oh, me.
I think that's Orla's thing.
Yes.
Look at that.
Nice. Easily succeed. As we pass down here, you can see that off to your right-hand side is the Goblin Mountain, rising over 9,000 feet, over a mile up from the lowest part of the river canyon. And then on our left-hand side is the Salt Cauldron Swell. It doesn't rise nearly as high, but it's very steep. And as we go through this little stretch of Laughing Devil Trail, these 2 huge stone peaks rise up on either side of us. And we get down near this area here, and let me have Kaylin make an awareness roll for us. Ooh, excellent. Off to your left, towards the Salt Cauldron Swell, where, according to your map, you see the Coven Lake right there. you see something in the air. And at first it looks like a bird. You see great wings stretched out, floating gracefully. It's got to be miles away. And you're wondering, how can I see that bird if it's miles away? It doesn't look like a flying carpet with people on it. It looks like an animal, soaring, arms outstretched, like some sort of great vulture. But it must be really fat, because the belly on that thing looks huge. And the more you look at that, you're convinced maybe that's not a bird. Give me a beast lore roll, Kalen. Yeah, that's no bird. It's some sort of flying creature. And the first thing that comes to your mind is manticore. People in town have, or in the fort have spoken of, perhaps it's a manticore that is corrupting the minds, that is forcing people to murder without them being aware of it, or forget where they are and they've been robbed. And you see this thing flying around, and it flies down towards the direction of the lake. Well, the lake is in a depression. You just see it drop down into that salt cauldron swell and disappear, but you think it's gone near that lake.
Yeah, I think Kalen would probably call attention to this just out of, awareness, if anything. Just, well, I don't know how much attention I would pay heed to the rumors of a manticore, but there was something far larger than a bird flying miles out there by the lake on this map. So we may just want to be wary from that direction. I'm certain it was not the carpet, but I couldn't tell you what it was, really.
Well, a bird of that size. I can only imagine the drumsticks would be delicious.
Just massive.
Or the eggs. Could you imagine the omelet we might have? Let's do.
As long as it doesn't come back.
Right. Well, let's do one more bushcraft roll as we traverse the remaining portion of the Laughing Devil Trail. Nice.
Wow. All right.
Orla brought her A game today.
Woohoo.
All right, let me move us down to the salt cauldron swell. And find my reading glasses. There we go. So the Laughing Devil Trail narrows to a slot canyon and ends at the mouth of a cavern, apparently a natural formation created by millennia of water erosion. Howling wind shrieks off the smooth walls as the cave narrows and gradually ascends for several hundred meters. Now, navigating through some of these tighter sections will require a bit of squeezing and shimmying, but eventually you find that the cavern gives way to a tunnel that has been worked with tools. Now, you all notice there are animal tracks leading in and out of the cave. And Kalen, specifically, you notice that these tracks have claws. These are likely the paw prints or the footprints of a large predator. And let me get our
monsters around.
map ready.
Likely.
Let me drop some tokens on here.
I mean, what creature would not want to get out of the heat here?
I certainly do.
So, who knows what manner of creature or beast has moved in?
And who has a light source? And I'll turn your light on in here.
I do. I can cast light.
Perfect. Give you the light.
Savino does as well, but it's probably for the best that he doesn't have it quite yet, as long as somebody else has a light source.
Perfect. So you can see the tunnel opens up to a rough circular room with a set of steps on the far end. There are some ancient tools scattered on the ground. The wooden handles have mostly rotted away, and all that remains of them are the rusted pickaxe heads. The air is thick with the stench of rotting meat and decay. And circumference, you see layered down near two bodies on the ground. You see a huge cat. Let me post a picture of this.
Yes, careful everyone. There seems to be a wildcat ahead.
Ooh.
Oh.
The animal tracks that you followed into this cave, they lead down to there.
I doubt this cat would take kindly to intruders in its home.
It's looking at it, it seems to be asleep.
Can we creep quietly?
Yeah, sneaking rolls would get you in there.
Well, everybody better go first, because as soon as I try to sneak in there, it's definitely going to be alerted.
Oh yeah, no question.
Uh-oh, are you stuck, Kaylin? Can you not move? I might have you
Yeah,
trapped in a wall. Let me
Like
fix
outside
that.
the map. But yeah.
Wow, she has such a good sneaking score.
Is there much point in pushing it when we know that circumference is coming?
Oh,
Yeah, that's true.
let me fix
I
that
almost
for
pushed it.
Kaylin. Let me just put your token on there. New. All right.
Thank you.
Hopefully that will work for you.
Tavino knows how to navigate around another cat.
Yeah, Tavino, you're the only one that you think you can be sneaky. Do you want to head down in there? The rest of you are like, oh, I can't do this. Unless any of you want to push that. Kaylin, you haven't tried. If you want to attempt a sneaking roll.
Let's give it a go. He's not a man of stealth either.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Love it.
So if Kaylin and Tavino want to go on ahead and search, they can. Will the others stay back? Or you can just charge in and wake up the cats.
Maybe circumference would frighten it so much that it wouldn't attack us.
Yeah, I feel like just kind of get an idea of like what do we see and
Now,
This is a big source either.
yeah, what you see with the scant light that you have from Quietus's light, you see among the bones of goats and horses are the recently eaten remains of 3 humans. Some of their torn clothing remains colorful silk garments stitched with gold thread. One of them has a coin pouch that has been torn open, its contents thrown all over. Looks like there are all sorts of coins from this sack just spread amongst the bones.
Well, those must be the sons.
Yeah, the Sons of Don Polo.
Oh, right.
Oh man.
Quite a feisty kitty.
Yep. As far as we can tell from here, there's no other creatures that we're aware of.
None that you can tell. Well, you actually hear the breathing, the snoring almost of another cat just over here in the darkness.
Oh boy.
But without light, you cannot see it. You could go and search among those bodies, or you could wake up the cats, try and lure them out, try and frighten them off. Perhaps there's somewhere they can go. Quietus can get a little closer and give you a little bit more light.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Didn't
That
help
could
much,
wake the
Quietus.
kitties up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Tavino definitely does not want to go in first and try to surprise him, that's for sure. So probably a circumference or somebody else getting their attention first is probably the better play.
Now, it looks like there's a
Two in there.
large door over on the far side of the room when Quietus snuck down.
There's 2 in there, circumference.
Ooh, Alex stepped away. Let's have her go and fight the cats. Well, she's
Wow.
still there. Oh, darn it. She's there. She's there. Darn it.
Well, I have an idea. I have this lion pelt from the last wildcats we fought. Perhaps if I were to pull it over myself and act like one of these beasts, it would take me as one of their own.
I think a bluffing roll might be in order. Or performance.
Most rotund lion of all time.
Yeah.
They think
Any
you were
chance
the-
I could
you were the
do
alpha
beast
for sure.
lore?
Yeah, I'll give you a beast lore. I'll give you beast lore, but with a bane. Because you're going to have to be a mute lion unless you want to try to growl and purr in there. Oh, did you get it? Oh my gosh. Okay, Circumference, you can go and you smell like you smell worse than a lion. You smell like a lion. You're wearing lion hide. You see another passage beyond that lion leading up. If you want to search among the treasures here, you can. You've now got some opportunity. It'd be a spot hidden roll, or if Kalen wants to as well.
Yes, we could return some of these goods to the father, and perhaps he'd pay us handsomely, but that can be a second thought.
Yeah, Kalen's not much of a spot hidden. He's like just hand hovering on his axe, just waiting for something to happen.
Oh my gosh.
Something happens.
Wow. Circumference. They have 300 gold, and you also find a blue spherical gemstone.
Ah, the last gemstone that we need. At least I think so. It looks blue, and I think
it looks just like the red and the black one. The same size and shape.
Well, that's most fortunate. And I suppose with these cats seeming to be tamed, could I try and get past the one blocking the doorway?
You could try. You'd have to crawl over it, doing your best cat-like impersonation. You cut through the corner. Yeah. The cat stirs a little bit, reaches out a paw, stretching. You see those inch-long claws as the paw then retracts back. You open the door and you see a passageway. To the east, the hallway leads to a natural tunnel. And to the left, it seems to head up to the north again.
Well, I will report back. There does seem to be further passageways. Perhaps I don't know how we deal with these cats, though.
Yes, don't we have what we came for?
We do, but there may be more treasures inside, but I leave that up to everyone else.
You did just find 300 gold as well.
Right?
True, but there's always more gold to be found.
Well, these are man-eaters. We could...
Personally, I'd rather be diving into ruins of, well, temples and things. Mines are going to be mostly picked clean.
That is true. Perhaps it is best if we leave with what we have.
Surely the finest treasure will be locked behind that door.
Or the finest monster that's been living there trapped behind it.
Well, before we leave, let's just see what's behind this last door.
You see a pit. In this room, there is a large pit down into the ground. There's a huge stalagmite that hangs over the pit, and the pit, it's about a 20 by 20 foot, or what would that be, about a 6 meter by 6 meter square. It looks like it's deep. You'd have to get closer to see just how deep, but there's a small walkway all the way around the pit.
No, the first thing they teach any knight is that you don't go around pits. It's dangerous work. Falls can kill any armored champion. But if someone else wants to go look at the pit, there's a pit over here.
About this time, this mountain lion down here begins to stir, and it lets out a little bit of a roar, almost just questioning, like, is it time to eat it? And it begins to sniff the air.
Well, I suppose maybe it's time to leave. Are we in agreement that we don't wish to loot the rest of this place?
Yes, I am anyway.
You head back out?
Yes.
Oh, the things you've missed.
No.
No, I'm teasing.
Both good and bad. Both good and bad.
Yep, good and bad. Absolutely. Let's
wait, what happened?
Oh, Orla's dead, by the way. No.
Oh, really? Dang.
Orla's like, Circumference dressed up like a cat and went and investigated and saw a huge pit Who knows what treasures were down there? He went to the north, and there was a passage that looked like rough stone heading deep into the Salt Cauldron Swell, and then another passage up to the north, but he didn't investigate that.
Oh.
But we did find the blue stone hidden amongst.
I think we're very aware that the merchant might be on our tails. So.
Yeah, and the bodies of the 3 sons of Ralph Don Polo were down here. We didn't take anything of theirs to give to Don Polo and say, "Hey, we found your sons. Here's their cloaks or their turbans or something." We just left them down there. Well, we took their money, but we left them down there.
Well, and just in case we're captured, or at least I'm captured, perhaps I'm carrying 2 of the stones, so I'll give one to Tavino, as I think he's the most likely to get away if we are to be set upon.
Yeah, if we get captured by Sundu Zara, and if they want to see what's behind that door, it might be easier if we split those up.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Well, we now have the 3 keys. Where do we go from here?
Was it the temple?
To the temple? Do we
Yeah.
take the road, or do we take the harder path? Do we go overland?
I would not recommend it. That bird or whatever it was did not look fun. So the road would be the best call, probably.
All right. Let's see. We probably need to make camp here, because we've traveled for 2 shifts and then done a little exploring. Maybe we don't want to camp right outside the cave of these mountain lions, because they may come out and eat us. So I'll assume we travel a little bit down the canyon a stretch, but we need to camp here. So we can do a full rest, and we need to eat a ration. Hopefully everyone has one. I know Circumference has been preserving the flesh of everything that we've killed, so he should have ample to share. I don't think he still has that goat leg. I think that's long gone.
No, I ate that a long time ago.
Who keeps watch while we are resting? Who takes the first watch?
Kalen's happy too.
Kalen, give me an awareness roll.
Yeah, and in fact, he's gonna, just before watch begins, he's going
nice.
to try to. Oh,
Do you push it?
Not fair.
It might be worth pushing, because you're going to get arrested. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
wow, jeez. Okay, well, it's just not with a bane or a boon. Oh, that should just be 1 die. Wow, what are these die?
Ooh.
It gave me a boon, and I shouldn't have even done that. But even with the boon, that was a terrible roll. I pushed that, but I'll re-roll it because it shouldn't have a boon.
And then just take a condition.
Ooh.
Okay. As you're watching, we tend to camp during the heat of the day, and we travel more in the cooler parts of the day. So as we're camping, maybe in the shade of Goblin Mountain as the sun begins to set westward, you look out over the trail and the South Canyon Road that you came down after crossing the bridge. You think you might see plumes of dust down there, like something moving. And the plumes of dust arrive at this juncture here. Then they continue on until you lose them behind the rise of the Salt Cauldron Swell. They seem to be moving southward along the South Canyon Road. You don't know if that's Sundu Zara or what that might be, but it looks like a large number of people or things were moving that direction. You can go in and take your rest. Who takes the second watch?
Well, I can. Yeah, go on, Alex. You're probably better.
Give me an
I don't
awareness.
know
Tavino
about-
only has a 10 awareness. I'm not sure about the rest of y'all.
I have a 14.
Yeah, that's better than Tavino.
I have 12.
Oh, so it might be Quietus then.
Yeah.
Right. I prick my ears up and look around very carefully and still think I'm a fox. Ooh, good one.
Nice. 2 things that you notice. One is you hear the growls about maybe a kilometer or so to the south of those mountain lions as they begin to go out and prowl. You also, during the heat of the day, you see a shadow on the ground, and it moves swiftly, and you look up expecting there to be a bird, and way up above you, circling high overhead, is that huge winged creature. And from here, you can see that it has 4 legs and 2 massive wings. And it's circling overhead, and then it turns and heads eastward. Whether it's headed towards Coven Lake or further east, you're not sure. But it's almost as though it seems to be watching.
When everybody else wakes up, I will let them know what I saw and that I definitely identified it as a manticore, not a bird.
Give me a will roll, Quietus.
Ooh, good one.
So you recall the illusion that Vodrick used of those fingers, and you wonder, was this an illusion? Is he flying up there on the carpet, merely made to look like a manticore? And that thought strikes you. You don't know if that's true or not, but you think that could be a possibility.
Okay, I will pass that on as well. It's far up above, isn't it?
Yeah, very far.
I couldn't try to banish the illusion from here.
Thousands of meters up above.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see if it follows us.
Yep. All right, we wake up. Quietus, if you haven't rested, you can go ahead and rest.
Okay.
And then, where do we head now? Are we heading back to the Temple of Forgothu?
Yes.
That was the plan, yeah.
So
along the same road that we saw that thing going down last night, I suppose.
Yeah, in one shift of time, we can get up back to the crossroads, plus a little bit further along, get to that next hex where there's a little bit of a switchback, and then we'll need to do one more bushcraft roll that will get us to a little bit further along. Nice. Move us along. Take the South Canyon Road until we get here. Now here we come across something.
A camp of sorts.
Yeah, it's a camp. It's the South Road Camp. And let me find it in the book. The South Road Camp, much like the camp on the North Road, the Stoneglow Draw Camp, this South Road's camp is a frequent resting point for travelers. The drawback here is that there's no stream nearby. Now, there are several traders here, and let me post a picture of these traders. Several traders here. They're using this camp as you arrive. They do not appear to be hostile. In fact, they gladly welcome you. Come, enjoy our fire. We have many things to offer you. They have a number of items available. They have some spare horses. They've got rations, water skins, swords, spears, shields, bows, arrows. They also tell you they have a map they will part with, but for a high price. 700 gold. This map can be yours. And they pull a piece of rolled parchment out of a tube and then quickly shut it back and look side to side as though to make sure that no one else saw that.
So we do have a map already, right?
Yes, we followed that map and found the treasure up here on the north side of the canyon.
Yes, okay. So we don't have one that covers the whole area.
Mm-mm. Oh, yeah. So they say this is a map to hidden treasure.
Oh, a treasure map.
Yes.
Why haven't you thought out the treasure?
Well, these lands are dangerous. We have just come from far off to the west, and we were warned that there is a great blight on this area. We would not venture until we know these lands are safe. But you look strong and mighty. Perhaps this is more something for you to enjoy.
Well, if you don't know what the treasure is, why are you charging 700 gold?
Because what if the treasure is something beyond comprehension?
What if it's not?
Well, that we know not. It is a risk, a gamble.
What did you pay for it?
We paid a very high price indeed.
Which was?
It was near 700 gold. Very near. Look, perhaps you're not interested. Perhaps we'll wait for the next group of adventurers to come by, and they will find themselves as rich as they can imagine.
We're a little bit mission focused, aren't we?
Yeah, 700 seems a little too high.
You can try to talk him down. Make a bartering roll.
Yeah.
I mean, Davina doesn't have the money to spend on it, but I suppose if the group wants him to attempt to do it, if there's interest, he could be convinced to do so.
Barter? Well,
Who is bartering? Tavino?
Yeah, Davino can, but he's not the one to drop the gold on it, so it's more of a if others want him to attempt.
Yeah.
We still don't have to take it, even if we get them down.
It's true. So Tavino, through talks of obviously their own strength and, 700, gold for a questionable parchment, isn't, a certainty in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of shifting the usefulness of it in our favor.
Perhaps you're right. Make us an offer.
You have seen how dangerous it is out here now.
Oh, yes, indeed. So just imagine what treasures must be buried.
He's not very good at that one. To him, unless somebody else wants him to do it, it's not worth pushing it for him. Although he does like the idea of treasure. But then again, there's treasure where they're going as well, so.
Orla's gonna pat her bow and say, so this is a magic bow, and it yearns for blood.
Ooh. Ooh. I had blood for urine the other day. It was a kidney issue, but it has since cleared up.
Oh, no. It wants your blood.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, look, perhaps 500 gold. That would sate your bow.
About 300.
300? Oh, you do me dishonor. But I can't sit on this much longer. We must be away. 300 gold. Fine. I sell you the map.
If this map goes to nothing, this bow will find you.
And he looks very, very nervous now. There is definitely something there. Of that I am convinced. The man who sold me this map, he swore and promised, upon the grave of his mother, that there was indeed something there, something of great worth.
Yeah, he probably killed her himself.
Right.
Yes, and once the bow is found, you'll all chop off your legs, too, just to send the message.
Aye. You drive a hard bargain.
Like, who are these brigands?
Tavino totally looks legitimately concerned, and he also is worried about the bow now.
300 gold? Yes?
I do not have very much gold, as I recently purchased 3 fingers.
What sort of people are you?
We're gonna have to knock it down to 250.
250, fine. We go no less. 250.
Wait, make it 200, as I'd have to buy a sharpening stone after I cut off your legs to fix my sword.
200. Our children will starve this year. I hope you're happy. 200 gold it is, but not a penny less. Now, do you want this or not?
Fine.
You give him the gold and he gives you the map. I'm going to mark that in the handouts.
Oh, it's right ahead of us now.
Who is paying? Because Kaylin's happy to chip in.
Oh yeah, Orla can pay too.
200.
Yeah, just do 100 each.
Circumference could pay some
Yeah.
as well.
Ooh.
I'll go 50 if you want.
Yeah, I was about to say, we probably all need
40
to do or
each.
some sort of division, yeah.
50
That's
each.
supposed- works.
Otherwise, you're not entitled to the goods if you don't, contribute. That's Tavino's logic. If he doesn't throw some gold at it, then he obviously has no right to claim any of the prize.
Well, but there may be locks that need picked. We would want to, well, I mean, I don't actually know if you're good at that, but stereotyping a little bit. Whoops.
I think it's 40 each if we all put in.
Yeah, for those that were with Tavino in the temple, they know he was quite adept at lockpicking, at least with
That was
that
it.
particular session.
Right, yes, everybody needs somebody with agile hands.
It's just ahead of us too. That's quite convenient. They sold us a map just before they arrived at the correct spot.
We have not been able to determine where this place might be, and so we are fearful to go there.
I think you should all go home, actually. I feel that you are not suited for this place.
I am inclined to agree. I was told there would be many people to buy our wares, but there has been no one. We went to the fort, and there is no one there. They said everyone had left. But with this 200 gold in our pouches, perhaps we will be all right. And they began to pack up their camp to head back.
Yes, but perhaps you should stay at this camp at least until we found where this map leads. That way it saves me the trouble of having to track you down further.
Whoa, we are going... We cannot go far. We are many. We have children. We have women. We cannot go far.
Well, as long as you're in the general area, I'm sure we'll have no trouble finding you if this map ends up being a ruse. But certainly it's not a ruse, right?
No, of course not. I would pull a ruse on slayers such as you? No.
Now you seem reasonable. I trust you.
Very well. Go, find this treasure. And why don't we take our break right there? Let's take a 8-minute break. When we get back, we can follow this treasure map. If you guys can figure out where it is, it's a total mystery where this thing might be. These guys could not figure it out. So I will be back in 8 minutes. I'll see you all soon.
sword. I'm headed to the mountains to rescue the princess from the evil goblin. I ignore all the signs of impending danger because I'm a fighter and not some crappy ranger. 47 hit points and a high dexterity, 17 for strength. Kobolds are afraid of me, crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from mundane to a medieval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice, and my fate is unspoken. destiny. I think that the DM might be out to get me. A hero in armor and truth. Bards tell my legacy. The flame of my torch illuminates the enemy. I win in a battle, hewing foes asunder. The deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. The bodies pile up before me, the corpses I plunder. The deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to immutable paper. And while in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice in my fate is unspoken. I drink my last potion. I charge through the open gate. The flame of the dragon. Try to seal my awful fate with a handful of dice. 5 times I roll 20. The dragon goes down. The DM will bloody. I leave with the princess. A satchel chock full of gold. We head to the tavern where my mighty tale unfolds. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to immutable paper. While in real life,
All right, I am back. Go ahead and sound off if you're here.
Hello.
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 Hello, Alex.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
I'm
Tim.
here.
Henrik's here. Tina, are you back with us? While we wait for Tina, Alex, what is your kitty's name?
Phew!
Bless
The
you.
one in the picture, thank you, is Smuckers.
Smuckers? Oh, so sweet. It's like those mountain
Yes.
lions, just curled up and sleeping.
Yes. Being cute.
Tina, are you back with us? Not yet. She may have fallen asleep. It's like super early her time. But I'm sure she will be back. Yeah, Tim, you're mentioning about the OSE stuff. This
Yeah.
adventure it's awesome. Like how,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a small little digest book, and like they've split it up so that like you can open the book, and there's pretty much every dungeon is on basically 2 facing pages. Sometimes there's 3 or 4, but it's so easy to run. It doesn't hold your hand at all. It's just enough information to give you an idea of where to go. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
super,
that's what got
super
me
cool
looking
stuff.
into like OSE, and I like tried OSE not too long ago, and it was fine. It didn't inspire me as much as other systems, but I love how they outline Dungeons and
Oh
Adventures
yeah,
and things.
yeah, super cool. And so it's real easy to convert to Dragonbane. I just basically make a conversion, sometimes straight across for monsters if there's something that's similar to it, or I'll just make something, and it makes it really, really easy to do. So, oh, Tina, looks like you're back with us. You're sending us a picture
am.
of your faithful hound plus your little puppy that's there.
Yes.
They look nice and
That's just the
peaceful.
way- Yeah, it's a bit cold here this morning, so yeah.
They're all snuggled up. Well, let's jump back into it. So we're here at the South Road camp. We have this treasure map, and it looks like it's not far from here. It's maybe a couple of miles is all it will take us to get there. Do we head that way?
Might as well.
Yeah, it looks like it's right over there at Chapel Rock, maybe on top of the rock, in fact. So I need a bushcraft roll to get us to Chapel Rock. Nice. We managed to make our way there. Let me mark our path here as we go along the trail towards Chapel Rock. Now, when we arrive here, Chapel Rock is pretty bare. There's not much to look at, but from this southern approach, just before the South Canyon swell, just below us, we can see that there is it looks like a cave up there, some sort of entrance. I'll mark this on our map. There is a cave, ... Do we see what's in there?
We surely do.
Yes.
When we get there, the wind is gusty as you climb up to that elevated cave, and you see that there's a certain smell coming from the cave, and it doesn't smell foul. It actually smells quite nice. It smells almost like perfume or incense or something sweet. Now, when we start to walk in, the entrance of the cave is cold and slick with ice, and a mist drifts about a foot, maybe a third of a meter up above the cavern floor. And let me take us to that map. Let me drop our tokens on it. Give me 1 second. There. Let me activate it. Excellent. So we can see. Actually, let me give someone. We need a light source. Who wants to carry light?
I can cast the light trick.
Okay.
Anyone want some mushrooms?
As you walk into the cave, you see that mist that rises a short distance up above the ground, and you see a face in the mist and a body, and it looks like the remains of a human male, and he wears the clothes of the militia of Fort Davelmag.
We don't know of anybody else that's missing, do we?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so. Should we check his pockets and things?
Yeah, give me a spot hidden roll as you search over him. Oh.
Well,
Find 10 silver coins in a pouch on his side. He has nothing that would identify him for who he might be. There's no name tag or even insignia rank. He's just wearing the same sort of outfit that they would wear. So he was likely not an officer, just one of the many militiamen. But there's not a lot at the fort, maybe 24 at most.
Perhaps they'll know who it was when we go back. Can you see what did he have, like a beard or any distinguishing features, or?
He had a mustache, and his face is frozen in a rictus of absolute terror.
Oh, okay.
oh. That bodes well.
Can we see what killed him?
Looking at the body, give me a healing roll.
What direction is he looking?
He is looking out towards the entrance of the cave.
Oh, boy.
You're pretty sure that it may have been some sort of disease process. Maybe he came here to rest. That may have killed him. All the blood on him is probably incidental.
Heart attack, looks like to me.
Yeah. Well, up to the right, you see the passageway winds for quite some time, and then it begins to ascend.
Well, there'll be no heart attack attacking me in here. I eat plenty of pork and beef and other meats, so my heart is in good shape.
Yes, a steep uphill climb will be just what you need.
Now, the cavern opens up into a much larger area, and the stalactite-covered ceiling extends upwards over 40 feet, or about 15 meters. Every inch of the cavern is damp with moisture, and along the ground there are small mushrooms that are frozen solid.
It's so weird to see a place filled with ice in the middle of a desert.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, we should remember this during a heat wave.
Mm-hmm.
Well, certainly there must be some
Manticores.
sort of magic at work here. This can't be natural, I wouldn't think.
Are manticores known for any sort of relationship to ice?
Give me a beast lore roll.
I could ask Orla as well.
Oh,
Ooh.
You are convinced that they are not in any way affiliated with ice.
I'd wondered if this was where the manticore lived, but not.
and Tavino's not good in it, but would you mind if I maybe do a myths and legends roll to see
go
if
for it.
that connects? I doubt he'll get it, but it's like, yeah, the ice is not normal. He doesn't really know or understand magic very well, so he'll attempt. Oh, well, look
nice.
at that.
Yeah, you've never heard of... I mean, it's going to be cooler in the shade and probably in the cavern where it's somewhat insulated, but not enough for there to be ice. I mean, it's very hot outside. There's no way this could be naturally occurring.
Yeah, and he definitely is along that line of thought. It's definitely not natural, although he doesn't not necessarily know of anything that causes it, but it is definitely a mythical sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Not normal, otherwise everybody would have it at their home.
Now, Kaylin, you hear some sort of gurgling, bubbling sound that is coming from the passageway kind of down in this area.
Something down this way. Probably not pleasant. But...
When you go in there, you see a massive pool of black liquid, like black ice, but it looks almost silver black. It's got a sheen to it, and it's moving. And the closer you get, the more it moves, until suddenly a huge mound of it begins to rise up above you. Let me have Circumference give me a beast lore roll. You don't know what this is. You did fight those yellow molds back in the Temple of Forgothu that was some sort of slime that was sentient. This seems like it could be near the same thing.
I don't see any treasure.
Yeah, as it rises up, it seems to regard you all with curiosity.
Yeah. Curiosity. Well, I don't think that's what scared the man to death. Or gave him the heart attack, of course.
And it doesn't even move. It just rises up and looks at you, but doesn't seem to go anywhere. You get the feeling that maybe the ice is affecting it.
Yeah.
But does not like the cold. So it likely is not what's causing the cold.
No. Oh, well, no treasure. We keep going. Oops. Way too far ahead.
Give me an awareness roll. Perfect. Continue on, Circumference.
Yes, I'm very convinced that there's no danger ahead.
Very safe.
The stairs, natural stairs, seem to rise again until you come to another chamber. And in here, Circumference, you don't see it, but you can hear breathing, and it's deep and regular. And you think you might even see some eyes peering out at you from the darkness. Welcome. You have been expected, it says.
Kaylin, I think it wants to talk to you.
Bring your light forward that I might see you fully.
Oh, well, I don't have any lights. It can't be me.
Yes, Quietus. It wants to talk to you.
Ah, Quietus, you see this creature now for the first time. And it is absolutely beautiful. Let me post a picture of this.
Tavino is very untrusting and is tempting to hide.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if he will, but he does not like it.
This is a great feline with incredible wings stretching out behind it. And it says, "You smell of my temple. I am Forgothu.
Oh.
You have something which belongs to me."
I think I bow.
Yeah, Kaylin too. Just because it's so majestic. Of what do you speak? What belongs to you?
3 stones, blue, red, and black. The master of the cult that brought me back from eternal slumber seeks them. How fortuitous that you should come upon me.
Is his name Vardrick?
Yes, you know him.
Oh.
I do not trust him.
Give me the 3 keystones, and you may yet live. or lost to the sands of time you shall be.
Excuse me, would you mind if I banished magic on you?
If you banished magic. And you notice now that this Sphinx has a beautiful collar, gemmed collar. And if you recall, in that the room with the sarcophagus of the Sphinx, it looked like a collar or jewelry was missing from the neck of the Sphinx statue. And you instantly hear thoughts inside your mind, Quietus, as you say that. And it says, I would not do such things if I were you. I
think this
see
might
you,
be-
Quietus.
I'd say to Circumference, this might be Vardrick.
I don't know. I don't remember Vadrick having ears or a tail or wings.
Such a cute kitty.
I'm going to pull us into initiative just to kind of keep track of what's going on. So, if you guys want to draw a card.
Although he is known for illusions, so perhaps you're right, Quietus.
I just feel that we needed those stones to go and get through the door. If we give them up now,
We don't get through the door.
we don't get through the door. And if we need to get through the door, is that because that's where Morgothu is supposed to be? Why is he in this cave?
Yeah, that's the question. But I mean, I don't even know if we need to get through the door. We just wanted to.
Orla, you're up first. You can continue to talk. This doesn't mean we're in combat. I've just got us in initiative order to kind of keep track, make sure everybody gets a chance to do stuff here.
Orla is going to ask her bow, what do you make of this?
The bow says, kill it.
Oh, that is unhelpful. Like, what is this for real? Is this an illusion?
Your doom is at hand, but
Oh my
anything can die.
Okay.
And then you hear a voice in your head, and it's the voice of the Sphinx, Morgothu, speaking to you, and says, I can ease your burden. I can take that bow from you. Give me one of the gems.
What are you going to do with the bow?
I will destroy it. Give me the red gemstone. And the bow
Let me
says,
think about it.
no, don't you dare. You cannot let go of me.
Be more helpful then.
Give me a will roll, Orla.
Just fighting with the bow.
Suddenly the bow is in your hand.
Oh no.
Ah, well.
Can I push that?
You can push it.
Okay. I don't know if we want to do this right now. This thing is scary. Whew.
You've got the bow in hand, and you're drawing an arrow when you realize what you're doing. And the bow says, come on, do it now. This is our chance. Strike it down.
No.
And the Sphinx says, in your mind, only to you, it says, you are wise to listen to reason. Lay the bow at my feet, along with the red gemstone, and you will live another day.
I think Orla's going to contemplate. She's not going to do anything yet.
Okay.
She's going to mull it over.
Quietus. What do you do?
Would I think that a Sphinx would be inherently magic, or if I use sense magic, would I see that it is some sort of illusion?
You think they're probably magical, but that will let you know, is it an illusion magic or some other sort of magic? So the Sphinx is absolutely magical, but there is no illusion to it. In fact, what you catch is domination or dominion, mental magic. speaking to your mind telepathically, moving things with thought, commanding you to do things that you might otherwise not do. And in your head, you hear a voice saying, "Ah, I see you are trained. It will do you no good."
Why do you want the stones?
I took control of this valley a long time ago, and much of my treasure was kept locked behind the Moonstone door. When the cult rose up again and brought me back from life, I covet that which I once had. I wish for my treasures.
Well, could we not take the stones there for you and open the door for you? You could have us as your servants to do that.
Servants indeed. And you get a feeling that it intends not just servitude, but slavery from you.
I just said to the others, apparently it would like us for slaves. They object to this.
Do you take any action right now, Quietus?
So my action was not to sense magic.
Or do you, I should say, do you move?
No, I don't. Oh, that can be my turn.
Forgothu steps forward. And looks over all of the party assembled. If you will not give me willingly what I want, I will take it.
Oh boy.
And let me roll to see who this goes against. Oh, it goes against Tavia.
Wow.
In the back.
Am I still seen from back there?
It is well aware of you. It knows exactly who you are and where you are. And you hear, or you feel this throbbing headache that immediately sets in. Now, armor will have no effect on this. You can use your action to try to evade this as you shut your ears, close your eyes as these thoughts begin to penetrate. But it will cost you your action to evade unless you have fast footwork. You can use that as well.
No, I'm not quite that invested yet, but yeah, definitely will attempt to evade such a mental onslaught.
Okay.
Is that just the standard evade?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, you got it. You can also move one square if you like.
I feel like he's happy where he's at. He's tried to keep his distance in case the run with a gemstone plan is what the party ends up settling on.
Kaylin, your turn.
He'll put himself between it and Orla. He doesn't have a gemstone. Go on power. Try it.
It has succeeded!
Yeah.
Nice. With a dragon. With your new hand axe. That hand axe is going to be awesome for you.
Oh, look at that!
Oh my goodness.
Nice. Dealt to the Sphinx. Let me apply that. Solid blow. Tev, you used your turn to evade. The Sphinx, which has ferocity 3, now goes twice in a row.
Oof.
Oh, I was hoping for this one. The Sands of Time. The Sphinx bends the fabric of the magical weave to its will, causing a target within 20 meters to undergo a time shift. I roll a 1d3. On a 1, you age 1 step from young to adult or adult to old. On a 2, you de-age 1 step. On a 3, you are frozen in time for 2d4 rounds. This is how many until your soul is forever lost in time, wandering the wastelands between seconds and hours, never to be seen again. This is kind of like the Medusa's petrified. On your turn, you can make a will roll with a bane. If you succeed, you emerge exhausted. Otherwise, the sands of time are flowing until you are lost forever.
Oh my.
So, let me see who it goes after. Quietus.
All right. So
Oh, no.
we'll roll the bane.
Well, actually, let me see what the... because it's only if it rolls a 3. So let's see what it gets. A 2. So you will de-age.
Whoa!
So you will
Nice.
get
So
younger.
I am old. Now, does that mean I have to change my stats and everything?
It should do them automatically. So you go from old to adult. Yeah, so your stats just went up, and some went up, some went down. But you instantly de-age 25 years.
Wow.
And you get a
People
feeling
pay a lot of money for this sort of thing.
the Sphinx it's merely toying with you, is the feeling that you get.
Well, her wrinkles kind of shrink away and she becomes beautiful and her hair goes back to blonde instead of white.
Who has the lowest will score?
Got an 18.
Minus 10.
Oh, no, I don't now. I've got a 17 now.
Oh wow!
Hey, that's willful.
So, Orla has a 10. Is 10 the lowest will score?
Yep.
So, Orla, this
Yeah,
is
circumference is 13.
this is coming at Orla. This is a sleeping enchantment. You must make a will roll with a bane. If you succeed, you are dazed. If you fail, you fall into a deep sleep and cannot be awakened for a stretch, unless you take at least 1 point of damage, which wakes you immediately. So, will roll with a bane for Orla.
Can I make an argument that the bow would help me?
Yes, I'll let it take away the bane, as the bow says, "Don't you fall asleep.
Yeah.
Don't you do it."
I don't think it wants me to.
Oof, nice. All right, you will take
Thanks, Bo.
dazed. So take the dazed condition.
Okay. Oh no, no. Be horrible.
Circumference is up.
Circumference is thinking of whether or not this is worth the fight.
Thinking is dangerous for Circumference. It did bleed. You saw that Kalen managed to draw blood on it. This thing is perhaps mortal.
And it did speak of treasures behind those doors, and Circumference does like gold.
I don't think it spoke of sharing treasures with you. I think if you want that gold, you have to go through the Sphinx.
Well, that's what I mean. If it's dead, we can have all the treasure.
Mm-hmm. And you do see some chests on the ground behind it.
Ooh. I think it genuinely is the Sphinx.
Oh, good hit.
Oh my.
Really good hit. Solid blow. We go to the next round. The Sphinx will go first.
Oof.
Random roll. Razor sharp bite. It bites a player character with its many fangs, inflicting 3d6 slashing. This is either going to be Kalen or Circumference. Let's see who he goes after. Goes after Circumference. So this is 3d6 slashing. You can try to evade this, or you can take that hit.
He can hit me.
Oh, not bad at all. Your armor blocks all of that.
Yeah, that's probably the best attack it could do against us.
Absolutely.
Right?
Orla, your turn.
Okay. We're gonna do the twin shot.
Ooh, nice.
Does
having days give you a bane on your bows?
It does.
Is that...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
Jill.
that's brutal. That is brutal.
Yeah, it's really it's rough for me. Yeah, maybe she'll just try a regular shot then. If we already have a bane. Okay.
With the bane, that's a mishap. If it says you hit another person or hit yourself, it's going to hit Kalen.
Oh no.
A valuable or important item nearby. Let me see.
Gold everywhere.
The Sphinx's collar, perhaps. That's very valuable.
Ooh,
That's true.
let me see what Kalen is holding. Kalen, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to roll an 11-sided die to see which item in your inventory will be hit. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your field rations spill out all over the ground and are spoiled. I'm going to delete your 6 field rations.
Oh no.
That's good. The healing potions were right above those.
All right,
so.
yeah. Could have been the healing potions. Orla, you
Don't
can
worry,
move as
Kaylin.
well.
I'll still eat those. I'll still make good use of those.
Well,
Orla's
that's
like,
good.
I'll pay you back. Rations on me next time.
No
Quietus.
worries.
Sorry.
Oh boy. I don't want to cast lightning flash because
It
I'm
will
gonna
hit
get somebody
Circumference or
else.
Kalen, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like this is quite important. So maybe I'll just jump forward and try to hit it with my staff. I'm now young and stupid.
Are you now just Quietus the adult?
Ooh.
Yeah, quiet as the adult. Yeah, that's true. My whole name is tied into the fact that I'm old.
Right.
Yeah.
What's my role? I'm disheartened. I don't have the experience of knowing things.
Oh,
Yeah.
did not happen.
No.
Kalen, you're up. Oh, nice.
Guess I'm up here now.
Nice. Not a bad blow at all. Tev, you're up.
Alrighty, I feel like he'll move just close enough to be able to throw one of his daggers because it's going to take him some movement to get into melee.
Right.
So let's see.
He'll probably give you a bane because you're going through your line of sight is obscured by other tokens.
That's fair. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Feel like it's probably going to be good enough where he's at right there. Yeah, because that'll get him later. Alrighty, and then T for target, and then just knives for throwing still.
Actually, click on your dagger and then.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
then it should automatically choose thrown because you're far away from the target.
Perfect throw. Leave obscured on.
Ooh, nice! You hit. Roll
Nice.
damage.
Yeah, not much, but better than nothing.
Better than nothing. I think it does 1 point to it, but still, it adds up. Now Forgothu will go twice. Oh, Sands of Time. Okay, it's going to be, well, I'll just roll randomly to see. It's going to be one of any of the 5 of you. It is Kalen. So, Kalen, let's see what happens to you. 1. So, you age 1 step in
Kalen the Elder.
direction.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kalen the Elder.
So, you become old.
Yeah.
And that
Quiet
changes
as the
your
Wild
stats.
and Kalen the Elder.
And the
Oh,
Sphinx
that does.
will
Yes.
go again. Nightmares. Was it Orla that had the lowest will?
Yeah.
So we'll roll with a
Oh,
bane,
no.
and this time your bow cannot help you.
Dang. All right.
You can push it if you like. Otherwise, you will fall asleep and you will not wake up unless you take damage.
Yeah.
We
All right.
can resolve that.
Yeah, you can absolutely deal damage to her.
So close.
And Orla, you find yourself drifting ever so quietly into sleep.
Cool.
Circumference.
Oh.
Oh, nice. dragon. Whew.
Very nice.
26.
Yeah.
That's going to make
That's
blood
right.
spray out. Yeah, that is a huge
Yes,
blow.
yes. I would like to, if I can, perhaps with the critical, could I aim for an eye to lessen the effects of its mental magic?
No, I'm going to say no. Nice try, though. I do like that idea. It's actually, now that it's bloodied, I'm going to say no. If it hadn't spewed out blood, I'd probably say yes. Ooh, circumference, you go again. Another dragon? You got to be kidding me.
What the?
Oh,
Circumference, how do you do it?
Well, a quick slash to the head takes the beast, or to the neck takes the beast's head off, and I pick up the head and I pull out the eyes and start smashing the brain, as I know it uses mental magic, and I won't have it entering my mind.
Well, it only goes through minds that it finds compelling, and yours, I don't think there was much there.
Yes, but I can't leave anything for doubt, and then we can feast on its flesh.
When you sever the head, the body takes a few steps around, kind of turning in a circle, and it hits the ground as blood oozes out of the neck, and the collar that it wears slips off, the collar of Forgotten.
And I guess Tev will shake Orla awake and probably eventually have to slap her awake.
Yeah, you got to give her a good smack. So give me a brawling roll, Tev.
Alrighty.
You can add a boon to that.
Yeah, it's not like she's running away.
Yeah, it's true.
You struggle to get her up. It's like the scene on the airplane movie where the woman's panicking and they're trying to calm her down, and the whole plane lines up and they're beating on this poor gal.
So true.
But
I'll do another just because it's good for them. But yeah, he's not good at this.
You're
He's like, wake
far
up! He's
too
just shaking
gentle.
her. He's more subtle. He's not used to using his strength. So yeah, like he just can't seem to wake her up. She's like, I think she's dead, everyone.
Yeah, you worry that maybe she's lost to the sands of time. And Kaylin, you go over and do you want to let Circumference go over with his broadsword?
Oh,
to wake her up?
No, let
I
me
was
try to shake
hoping
her.
that, yes, I was hoping my overpowering smell might work as a smelling salt and wake her up.
Yeah, you hold your armpit over her nose and her eyes widen and hands come up in defensive position as she sees you covered in blood. And Orla, you have no memory of the last 10 or 15 minutes. You don't recall the Sphinx. You just see your companions covered in blood standing over you.
Oh, happened.
Well, you made a bet with me that if I could kill the Sphinx, you'd give me 100 gold.
Oh, no, I guess I did.
I know that Tavino's curious about the collar, at least making sure it doesn't vanish or who knows wherever it might go with this weird Sphinx and other magics.
Yeah, as you look at the collar, it's a heavy golden choker that looks like it was created to fit around the neck of a beast such as a Sphinx or perhaps a manticore. But you think now there was not a problem with a manticore in this valley. It was a Sphinx. So this adventure is actually called Through the Valley of the Manticore. But it kind of gives it away. I'm like, I'm going to change that. I'm going to make a Sphinx in here. And so you never would actually meet Forgothu in the adventure as written. But I'm like, duh, let's meet a Sphinx. And so you find this collar. Now, you couldn't put this on yourself, but for the Sphinx, it grants all sorts of boosts to intelligence and wisdom, abilities and such. That's why its attacks are so brutal. Although you all did very remarkably well. 2 of you aged permanently, one forward and one backwards.
Yes.
And, otherwise, not much of a scratch. So you got through that fight relatively easily. And it had like 75 hit points. You guys mowed through that sucker with, I think, 3 dragons helps.
Yeah, the dragons definitely helped.
Now there's some treasure here. There are 4 gems and 7 pieces of jewelry. The total value, let's see, that's 5, 6, 1,400 gold pieces worth of,
What?
of jewelry and gems here.
It definitely was worth the original paying price, minus
Yeah.
the Sphinx.
She'd have killed those merchants for sure.
Yeah.
She or he.
Can Circumference put the collar on to see what effect it has?
You have a very thick neck. Yeah, I'm going to say you can indeed put that collar on. And
First, I will ask Quietus if this is any sort of evil magic on this collar before I wear it.
Can I sense magic on it?
you can.
And Davino looks like it's like, oh, but it's shiny, but obviously it wouldn't fit him.
It absolutely radiates powerful magic. It is does not doesn't radiate like it's a cursed item. This is more that it radiates mentalism magic.
It radiates mentalism magic. I'm sure it won't affect you at all, Circumference.
Well, maybe you should hold on to it. I'm not one for thinking, more for stabbing.
Do you try it on though, Circumference?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, it
Go ahead
didn't seem to
and,
be my own thoughts.
click the equip button, and your intelligence and willpower just went to 18.
Ah, yes, I feel very, very astute. Yes, I think it helped my brain.
Now you can also now cast Mental Strike at power level 1 for 2 willpower, and once per day you can cast Dominate at power level 2 for 4 willpower.
Well, this is quite the prize. I hope it doesn't have any negative effects.
Well, time will tell.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's like quoting like mathematicians' books and like all this other stuff.
I just hope it's not going to affect his naturally humble nature.
Oh, don't worry. I'm very humble. I've never boasted before.
Well, I guess I'm now Quietus the Younger. Younger than I was, anyway.
And poor Kaelin is now a little bit older.
Galen the
Is there any-
Elder,
I
yes.
mean, I know that I probably can't do anything, but could I put my hands on him and see if I could heal him from his aging?
Yeah.
It never works.
Yeah, and try as you might, but at least you have to try. It does not have any
I have to
effect.
try. I'm sorry, Kaelin. I'm sure your hips ache just like mine did, but they
Yeah.
don't
That's
now when
fine.
I do another little jig.
I've lived a vigorous life. I am a fit body. I will be well.
Yeah, tomorrow
just
your
bad.
AARP card will show up in the mail. You get the senior discount at all the restaurants.
Just glad it didn't hit me. I'd be an infant.
Yep.
Yeah, what does that do if you are at the
It-
lower end of age?
It's in the book. It does do something. Same with the old age. I think you essentially just retire your character at that point. I swear.
You
Yeah, the
become
skill
a
bit,
baby.
the ability didn't say, but it definitely kind of seemed like that was the way it would go.
The quest just becomes getting the baby back home.
Yeah. Keeping a baby alive in a dangerous valley.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you went old, Kaelin, your strength, agility, and constitution dropped by 2. Your intelligence and will went up by 1. And so then when Quietus went younger, your strength, agility, and con went up by 2, and your intelligence and will went down by 1.
And in both cases, that's the reverse of what we would have liked.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, at least it was just, 1 in the scheme of things. Although you did gain some years.
Now, do you all recall when you have encountered something cold in this adventure before?
There was a door, wasn't there?
Yeah.
The gate,
door.
the portal was cold. And it's awfully cold in here. You didn't see a gate, but it's very cold in here.
Can we check those chests at the back before we go?
So that's where you found the jewelry was in there.
1,400
Oh.
gold. Yeah.
Yep, the 1,400
gotcha,
gold.
sorry. It was...
But you
Good luck
now,
for your carry weights. Yeah.
Yeah, you now have the 3 moonstone keys if you want to go open that door and see what it was that Forgothi
Yeah.
wanted.
Why is this cave cold though? Was that Sphinx related, or is there something
We
else?
don't know, but by the time it cools off, I don't want to be near that weird slime thing.
Yeah.
No,
'Cause
yes.
it's now that the Sphinx is dead, it's starting to get a little bit warmer in here. You notice that there's more
Oh, okay.
dripping coming down from the ceiling.
All right, let's jog. She's running on the spot. Whee!
Hey! Slow down now.
Yeah, this old man can't quite keep up. Your knee is doing that thing that mine does now.
Yeah, mine too.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, if you want to read anymore, Kaylin, you're going to need spectacles.
Oh.
Welcome
Brutal.
to my world. And you make it out of the cave. I'll take us back to the map. World map. There we go.
Looking out for the merchants. Looking out for Vardrick.
Yeah.
He's gonna be angry that we just killed his Sphinx.
Now, Orla, you just had a moment where you were put into an unnatural sleep and you woke up and don't recall what had happened. Does that sound familiar?
Yes, I believe that's when I killed that guy instead of scaring him.
Yeah, didn't that happen after you got your bow?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
your bow starts to pout. It does not like that you're having all this fun without him. He doesn't remember what you did. And the bow keeps trying to pick at your brain, saying, hey, like, why are you withholding from me?
I'm not withholding. I genuinely don't know.
And you wonder if your bow, if that has changed your relationship with your bow somehow.
Oh, interesting.
Now, do you want to go back and confront those merchants that sold you this bad map, or do you head to the Temple of Forgothu?
It wasn't a bad map. We got masses of treasure out of
Turned out
it.
to be a great map, yeah.
Just with an extra visitor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We could have died, but we didn't. All's well.
Yeah, it didn't
Well,
have our
I'm,
Sphinx be here on the map or anything, so.
I'm more concerned with starting a fire to see what this Sphinx meat tastes like.
You could make a bushcraft roll to, if you want to.
To
Do you
cook
want to?
it.
Yeah. Do you want to skin the Sphinx, or? I mean, it's. got-
Ah, yes, a Sphinx cape. That would be very nice.
Orla.
Skin it.
Ooh. So Orla, is your bushcraft to try and take the hide off the Sphinx?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, we could sell that too, probably.
Let me. I don't have one of these. Let me make one real quick.
Sphinx head.
I didn't
Yeah,
just
right.
happen to have a Sphinx hide.
Is it large enough we could make 5 capes and we could all have matching cloaks?
No,
Ooh.
the Sphinx isn't. Well, if they're like the short cloaks, like a Lando Calrissian cloak, you could probably do that.
It's
Now
like a
you
team
need a full
uniform.
majestic one. But it had claws. I'm loath to talk about taking the claws of such a fine beast, but that's a memento enough.
So let me put a Sphinx
That's-
belt on here.
Very cool.
Why not?
Might be a little bit weird if you show them to other cat people, however. Why are you carrying those?
Well, such a creature is not known to exist, really, so it would be quite the tale either way.
That's true. How big are the claws? They're like 2 inches or 3 inches or
quite
something.
quite large.
Yeah, I feel like Tev would try to grab one of those if somebody
Yeah.
with a better bushcraft roll would assist him. I
Yeah,
mean, he could try to do it himself, I guess.
If
Okay.
someone
I'll
wants
assist
to
you.
Go for that.
Nice.
Nice. Let me see if I've got a.
All we know, you can sell it to some magician and they can grind it up and turn it into some sort of magical powder.
Fertility potion. That's usually snake oil.
Let's see what.
It makes you very fertile, but you keep wanting to knock things off tables.
Have I got it in here? Let's see if I've got something that would work for that. I might. Let's see. Give me just a second. Put that. some edits on here. Nearly done. I'm just repurposing something from a different campaign. This will be easier than making it anew. There we go.
Well, the Sphinx meat's a bit gamier than I expected. I think some horseradish might be good with it.
Yeah, you try and season it up, but it tastes off, and the reason might be that this poor Sphinx was mummified, and there's not much fat or juice left in the meat. It's very, very dry, like boot leather. There's a lot of grit in it. Now, you're up high on Chapel Rock. If you look out towards that South Road camp, you see that there is no one there. That camp has been abandoned.
But they said they were going to leave, didn't they?
They did.
Looking as far as we can from while we're on top of this rock, do we see anything of the other group that we're a bit worried, like Sondu, Zara?
Yeah, give me a spot hidden roll. Yes, you see far off, about 8 miles off, but from this vantage you can see it. At the mound where the Temple of Forgothu is, you can see many figures entering into that temple.
Oh, they went that way. Right. So I tell the others what I can see. It may be that we're going to have a confrontation after all.
Sharp young eyes.
Yeah, this is amazing. I can see all the detail.
When I look, I just see floaters. There's just stuff floating around. Do we head to the temple?
I wonder if they're going to be able to get through the door without the stones.
Not without the keys.
They
No,
cannot.
without the keys. Well,
they would wait
since
for an
we do
ambush.
have the caller, and they are smarter, can always try to say that maybe we're the representative of Forgothu coming to return the prize.
Circumference, the prophet of Forgothu.
Like,
You're
oh,
wearing
the
you're
mighty have
wearing the
fallen.
necklace. You're wearing the necklace. Clearly, Forgothu blessed you.
Yes,
Do we
and I
think
have a
that-
reputation for my intelligence.
Do we think that Vardric will know that Forgothu has been killed?
Very likely.
We are wearing Forgothu's pelts.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Well,
Cir-
just put
Circumference's
those
breath
away.
smells like Forgothu.
Ooh.
Sphinx breath. Well, are we going there? I mean, I suppose we could be cowardly and wait till they leave again, but
Nah. Let's
no.
go.
She wanted to. She was happy to take the hand off an innocent man.
Agreed.
All right.
And they may have more of those chests of gold with them.
True.
Give me 1 second.
Have we had a sleep since we left
I don't
the
think so.
fort? No. Oh,
Oh, since we left the
Yeah,
fort,
we've
yes.
had one.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. Let me take us back to the temple. Let me drop our tokens on here. And We reached the temple.
Oh.
We will need some light. I'm going to assume quietus helps us.
Yes,
out
I will
with,
cast light on my staff.
Light. Equip you with some magical light. There we are.
Right.
Do you remember the way? So this room
Although I think
here-
this way there was the big drop-off. This might not be the right way.
Well, this room here is the entrance. It has the reliefs carved that depicts a sphinx subjugating a group of humanoids. And in each, the sphinx sits atop a temple. And across all the reliefs, the subjugated creatures go from cowering in fear to bowing to the sphinx in worship. And the sphinx wears a jeweled collar. Now, the last time we came here, we thought that they were overjoyed to see what the sphinx was doing. But now we're not so sure.
No, the Sphinx may have been making them look like that. Can we sense anywhere? Can we tell? Can we hear anything where the others might be? Or quite a lot of
give
them.
me an awareness roll.
Ola, what can you hear?
What do your elf ears hear?
My elf. You're also an elf.
Yeah, you
I
hear
am.
sounds coming from up here and to the right. They're very muffled, like they could be far away.
All right, that's the direction we're going as well, from memory. Okay. My memory should be better now I'm younger. Circumference. Which direction did we go before? Okay, so we're going that way.
I think it was past
Yes,
these,
yes.
like the 4 column.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Oh, yeah.
The room with the pillars. And this door is locked. But this time we brought a
Oh.
thief.
Andy?
It is true.
A sleight of hand roll will pop that open.
They may have locked this door behind them.
Oh yeah.
Nice. The lock.
Tev never went down this hallway as well, so he is not familiar with what's in this next room.
The lock yields. You can open the door. And this room is filled with pillars. Each quadrant of this large room stands a large pillar carved with 4 distinct faces directed towards the center of the room. And there is a door that exits to the south.
And is that currently open?
It is now. Someone just opened it. And when you
Ah.
peer in, you see figures moving about. And these
Yeah.
look like... let's see if I've got a picture of them. These look like... Here we are. Maybe the same sorts of cultists that you've encountered before.
Oh, not the merchants.
Kaylin, give me a spot hidden roll.
Look a bit damaged already.
You think you might recognize or have seen some of these folk before, but you can't quite place where that was. You're welcome to push that roll if you like.
He's a little dazed after his experiences, and he's also not very good at spotting hidden things. He doesn't have any light, but he will push forward.
You hear voices cry out when they see Circumference wearing the collar of Forgothu.
Oh yeah, bow down to your lord. He just appears to look like a very round dwarf.
And they say,
Yes,
Really
yes.
a sphinx.
"You have the collar of our lord and master. Vodric told us
Yes.
that you would come. He died a terrible death, but a short time ago fell of a heart attack in the middle of the desert. We came here to await the arrival of the one true master." And they all kneel and bow before Circumference.
Great.
Vardric died. I'm very glad of that. I didn't like him in my mind.
Yes, and what is steel next to the power of the hand that wields it? One of you go jump off that cliff.
Yes, and in fact, two of them, before you can say which one, they jump off the ledge to their death.
You need to be a little bit carefuler about the way you word things, I think.
See, I simply meant to prove a point. Yes, but you are good disciples of the Sphinx. You will be rewarded. Now leave us. We have things that are important, and you cannot be here for them.
They say, "No, master, we must see you. Open the gate." And they all kneel and bow, and they begin to chant. Instead of for Gothu, they chant, "Fat Gothu, Fat Gothu."
Yes, very good.
Yes, come along and fight for us.
That we shall. We shall wrench control of this valley from the militia and claim it as our own, and live as the days of old, and dance in a holocaust of fire.
Okay.
Well, don't get carried away, but we'll discuss things later.
Oh, very well. And they all kneel as they await your entrance. In fact, they begin to line up near the passageway to watch your triumphant passage into the through the door.
Please avert your vision. I can't do this if you're all watching.
They close their eyes and they bow, prostrating themselves at the ground. This one down here deigns to reach out and touch the edge of your boot.
That's for me.
All right, I'll put the stones in the door. If I forget who's carrying the other two, but I'll place the one I have in the door at least.
When you place it into the door, let me find my page here. You hear a click as the door unlocks, placing all 3 stones into the door. And the door opens before you see stairs leading down.
Well,
cultists.
yes.
I'm going to pause it right there. The stairs are actually a mimic. They are not real.
It's a trap.
It is a
It's
trap.
quite literally a trap, yes.
And let
We
me,
should have sent some cultists in first.
let me drag us into initiative. I'll go ahead and unpause it. You guys can...
Fight the stairs.
And I was about to say I was going to totally see if I could try to pull one of the gems out. 1, because it's valuable. 2, because they might lock us in here.
Ooh. We'll have you guys, draw cards.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
All right, Orla, you are up first.
Does anyone want my turn?
Me? Could I use lightning on it before anybody gets up to it?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll switch.
That's
Quietus
always the
up
problem
there.
with that one.
Quietus, you're up first.
Can I use it at 2 levels?
You can do whatever level you want. It just costs you
Alright, I will
double.
use power level 2.
So that'll cost you
and
4 willpower.
Okay, and I will do that then. Power level 2. And roll.
Nice.
Oh, that's good. Oops.
Lightning splashes down from the ceiling. Let me we'll do the first one. It's worth more as well. There we go. Dealing damage to the mimic.
She claps her hands. Woohoo! Because she's
Finally.
young and excitable. Yeah.
Kaylin, you're up.
Yeah. That is a struggle.
And the cultists begin to kind of crowd around to see what is going on. Nice. Ooh, excellent. With a dragon. That hand axe is that is meant for you.
Yes, 2 of the session. Can't complain. It's pretty bad.
I know you were missing a bit before too, quite a lot.
Oh yeah.
Holy smokes. Okay.
Yeah, with the better axe. I say better in quotes because that axe never hit. It was a 2d8, but what's the point when you can't hit anything with it?
Yeah.
Hugely impressive attack. It's nearly dead. It's going to probably target Kalen, but let's see what the attack is. Within 4... No, it's going to be Kalen. It lashes out with a pseudopod. This will inflict D8 bludgeoning, and you'll be adhered to the mimic and cannot move or perform actions that require movement unless you try to break free, which is a strength roll with a bait. You can, if you fast footwork this, you can avoid this, yeah. There we go. You can move 1 square as well. And then Orla, it's your turn.
The door is like open, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she could theoretically shoot it. Yeah. Gonna try to shoot it. See what happens.
Go for it.
Whee!
Oh, that's your second demon with your bow.
Not again. Oh my god.
You hit Quietus. Click on the ranged.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, you hit Quietus.
Brandon, you made that happen.
Man.
No longer the elder my butt.
For 2d5 to Quietus.
I was like, sorry.
7 damage to Quietus, and I don't think you've got armor.
No.
Well, so you take the full 7.
Yeah.
It's the bow, it's not me.
And the bow says, "We're killing that which is weak and deserves to die."
No.
Hey, I'm young and strong now.
What is this? Death becomes her?
Uh-huh. Tav, your turn.
Oh my gosh. I guess he'll run up and try to hit it. He's reluctant to do so, but he doesn't like this mimic. I feel like I'll just try to do a regular attack for better or for worse.
Honestly, if you can hit with a really good hit, you'll probably take it out.
Yeah,
Circumference will probably take it out on his turn.
That's fair.
After that hand axe blow with Albius Alpha, that pretty much wiped it out.
Heh, demon, love it.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yay, I hit myself.
So I'm not a fan of hitting ourselves. I'll let you re-roll it, but if you roll it again, then you do hit yourself.
Got you. And I guess so just do another attack roll, or
no,
hit the mishap?
Just click on the mishap button again, please.
Okay, we'll do mishap.
Drop your weapon at your feet. It'll cost you an action to pick that up.
Cool.
Circumference.
Yes, excuse me, Brother Tavino. Let me take care of this.
And you hear the cultists saying, "Fat Gothu! Fat Gothu! Fat Gothu!" They're all chanting your name. Bend it to your will.
Or your brawn.
Oh, sheesh. Yeah, how do you take out the stare mimic?
Yes, I smite it with my sword, and it crumbles.
Nice. It
Very good, very good.
And you see the cultists cheering and high-fiving each other. They're very excited to see their new master dominating all who are nearby.
Yes, underlings, come and carry me into this next room.
And they all come over, and there's many groans and grunts and a few, "My back!" But they pick you up and carry you as best they can. Most of them will need work compensation for this, but they drag you into the room. And Kaylin, you are the first into the treasure vault of Forgothu. As you come in, you see...
I'm going to drink a healing potion.
Ooh, nice. There is a large chest in here.
I don't actually see much. It's pitch black, but...
Yeah, you can feel a very large chest in here.
Look at that.
Do we get our thief to come and check it
Yeah, I
out?
was about to say, he's immediately thinking it's probably trapped or maybe another mimic.
Yeah. Spot hidden roll will be able to check for traps. It is indeed trapped. It looks like there's a small vial of looks like gas or liquid that will squirt out when that's opened. A sleight of hand roll, you'll be able to disarm that.
Lucky we got Tab.
Mm-hmm.
Not on that roll, but he'll try again.
Yeah.
Definitely worth pushing.
Like, oh, not that way, not that way.
Still not quite.
Ooh. You are.
You can't figure out how to disable the chemical.
Give me an evade roll as a spray of acid flies out at you.
I don't like acid. Yeah, he doesn't avoid that either
Ooh.
unless I try to push that again.
Do you push that?
Yeah, he doesn't want no acid in his face. It's so funny. Apparently it's meant to be.
You are blasted for 10 points of damage.
Oh no.
I think you're
Oh,
still
he'll-
okay.
Yeah, he's still okay, but he's definitely screaming.
Yeah.
Probably taking some of his rations of like water to try to like pour it over
Yeah,
his eye.
washing himself.
The chest opens after you set off the acid trap, and inside... Now, OSC adventures are very different money-wise from Dragonbane adventures. If this was the OSC adventure, you would get 17,000 silver, 10,000 gold, 16 gems, and a bunch of stuff. I've lowered that a little bit. So there is 1,700 silver, 1,000 gold, and there's the 16 gems that are worth an extra 500 gold. So there is 1,200 silver. There is 1,500 gold, and that includes if you sell off the gems. But then there's a few items in here. Let me tell you what's in here.
We could also just say the silver is 120 gold and add that
You
to
could
the
also,
total.
yeah, you could also do that. There is a magical crossbow in here. There is a suit of chainmail in here. There is a ring on a severed finger. And there is another ring. And a staff.
Ooh, that looks like it's got Quietus's name on it.
Yeah. So Quietus, if you take up the staff, this is the staff of the healer. And this is, for all intents, it's a normal staff, but it's imbued with magical healing spells. You can cast the Heal Wound spell at power level 2 for 4 willpower. You don't have to make any sort of roll. You just use the staff as your focus.
That's amazing.
The crossbow +2 is enchanted and does a little more damage than normal. Instead of 2d6, it does 3d4, so more minimum damage if anyone wants the crossbow. The chainmail +1 gives an extra boost of armor and is worth a lot of gold, 500 gold. But it gives you armor protection of 5 instead of 4. Then there's the ring on a severed finger and the ring of genie summoning. To summon a genie costs 10 willpower points. You must then make a will roll. If you roll a demon, it results in the annihilation of the summoner. If you pass, who knows what the genie will do.
Ooh.
And then the ring on a severed finger, it looks like a pretty standard, normal sort of ring.
If we divide up the gold, we each get 324 pieces.
Nice. 324 gold. 324. So, if Quietus takes the staff of the healer, who wants the crossbow, the chainmail, if you cast sense magic, all of these things radiate magic.
Okay, so I can't actually tell in particular, I'm a bit worried about the ring, like if I cast sense magic on it.
No, but it does radiate magic. It is a mentalism magic on there.
Yeah, to Tavino, the rings would be immediately obvious. I guess crossbows maybe, but he's not at all skilled or trained in it, so it's not something that would probably tempt him. The rings would probably be the closest for him.
Which ring would you take?
Gosh. It's conflicting because it's like, the severed finger is interesting, but it's also gross.
Yeah, you'll know when you... I assume you take the finger out, and then if you wear it, you'll find out what it does.
Yeah, but it's like, maybe, like, you die... Like, you know, like there's a severed finger attached to it. Those are the thoughts going through his head.
You know, high risk, high reward, I say.
I know, right? I'd say the finger definitely stands out. So we'll say the severed finger ring Tavino kind of picks up and looks at.
You pick it up and look at it. It smells okay. It looks okay. I'm going to drag that onto your character sheet. Do you take the finger out and do you put it on?
Well, he takes the finger out first and I guess sees what happens because he doesn't want to carry a finger with a ring.
Yeah, you take out the finger. Nothing happens. The ring, it looks valuable. It looks really nice, and it does radiate that magic that Quietus said.
No type of magic, just that it has magic on it.
Mentalism magic, some sort of mentalism. And you've encountered much of that in this adventure. That collar that Circumference wears that was intended for a beast, but it fits his stout neck. That also radiated mental magic. And that gives people the power of dominion and control.
Not you. He has to hold on to it and probably ask some casual questions about, like, so does mentalism cause, like, immediate, death or, necrotic, powers? It's like, probably not. But he has some casual questions like that.
And and we don't have a mentalist with us, so people might not know. But, you could also sell this. It's worth at least 75 gold you could get out of it.
Oh, yeah. He'd be, like, less concerned if there wasn't a finger that came with it, I'm sure.
All right. Who takes the chainmail? Who takes the crossbow? Who takes the ring of genie summoning?
I think Circumference would most be interested in the other ring, as he already has plate mail and he can't really use crossbows with his helm.
You could take the ring of genie summoning. That could be the death of you. If you summon a genie and it annihilates you.
I've already taken a risk with the collar today. What's one more?
Orla will take the crossbow.
When you pick up the crossbow, you find that you can set your other bow down.
Ooh.
Oh, it could be worse.
Right? That's fine. We'll switch them out.
Perfect. You get rid of your other bow.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Let's equip that. We'll equip the crossbow. You're not as great with a crossbow, but it sure beats a cursed bow.
Mm-hmm.
What about the chainmail? In worst case, you could go and sell it. It's worth like 500 gold.
What strength does it require?
It doesn't require any strength to wear the chainmail. It does give you a bane on evade and sneaking.
Mm.
Oh.
And it's metal, so Orla or
I
Quietus
can't
could not
use
wear it. Yeah,
No, that's right.
Oh, we can't wear metal?
not if you're
Not if
using
you
magic.
do magic.
You can have metal on you. You just can't have it equipped, like wearing armor or using a metal weapon.
Got it. Okay.
Would Kalen want it even if it's just to sell it? That way Kalen
yeah,
will get something.
Yeah, sure.
In the bag of holding.
Circumference, did you just
Yeah.
summon the genie?
I couldn't help myself.
Okay, perfect. So has everybody got a piece of equipment? And then I'll describe what happens when the genie appears.
He's
Yes.
gonna ask for a feast, isn't he?
Yes, Circumference. The room grows dark. Even the magical light of Orla's light spell begins to dim. And you see a black smoke swirling up on the ground in front of you. And it takes the shape of a heavily muscled, bare-headed and bare-skinned man from the torso up. And on his hand, every finger has a ring. He's got multiple earrings in his ears. His eyes shine like red black coals. And he looks at you and bows, his arms out to the side. I serve the master of the ring. Speak one wish, and I will make it so. And the cultists nearly faint with delight at seeing the power that you have.
Yes, as I see he's well muscled, I give him an arm wrestle handshake, and we both lock eyes and arms. And then I will say, well, I guess I could wish for like 3 wishes, but
This
I don't
is forbidden. This is not allowed. Try to deceive me one more time, and I will cast you down to the plane where I exist, and then you will
Quiet.
answer the call of the ring.
I need to think about this one.
Yes.
You can travel with us for a time. I'll need to think about it.
No, you must ask your wish now or banish me.
Fine. Very well. Well, I seek a set of armor. That's the reason I came for the helm. And I wish to know the location of the armor. It's a blessed set of armor, blessed by the Aesir themselves. Reveal to me the location of this armor.
Yes, master, it lies in the shadow of Tower Silver Axe. And then he blinks out, and that's where the adventure will end.
Whoa.
Awesome. So, let's do some improvement rolls, and then we'll do like 6 months from now, where are you and what's happening? And then I'll talk about the shadow, or in the shadow of Tower Silver Axe. That's a perfect segue into that I totally hijacked. So everyone can, you can answer the questionnaire if you like, if you want to do rules as written, or you can just do my house rule and just take 5 additional improvement marks above what you got from Dragons and Demons. The questions are, did you participate in the session? That's a yes. Did you explore a new location? That's a yes. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries? Absolutely. Did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
I mean,
But
we didn't force the cultists.
Yeah, we didn't kill the cultists.
Because you were wearing the collar for Gothu, otherwise they were all going to attack. So, absolutely. And then did you give into your weakness? That would be number 5. And I'm fine if you just take 5, because everyone role-played well. We had a fun time. And we can do those improvement rolls. And let's start with Kaylin. If you are ready, we can do your improvements.
Someone did good.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Whoa.
Kaylin's bushcraft goes. And evade improves. And everyone also gets a heroic ability for completing the adventure.
Ooh.
And axes goes up. Heck yeah.
Nice. Kale will take dual wields. That'll be good.
Oh, but skin art nearly went up, but not quite.
Oh, just on.
Yeah, right
Here's
on it. You want dual wield?
Yeah, that would fit. He's got 2 hand axes now.
Perfect. I'll drop that on your character sheet. And excellent. Let's go next to circumference. If you are ready.
Yes, and for my heroic ability, I took shield block.
Ah, perfect. That lets you block monster attacks, right, with your shield?
Yes, it does.
Nice. Awareness goes up. Beast lore goes... You've been on such a drought of improvements, and now you've already nailed 2 of them. Let's keep it going. Ooh, almost. Persuasion goes up. Nice. How about spot hidden? Oh, look at that. Spot hidden goes up. Brawling. Oh, brawling does not. Hammers would be a good one. No, and swords. Ah, you got what you had, not what you needed. And
well, that's all for circumference.
that's really good, though. How about Tev? If you are ready, we can do your skills.
Yeah. I'd forgotten how to do that for a second, and I was like, oh.
Oh, man.
All these low rolls, and I don't want them.
No. Oh, there's a good one. There's a good one. Evade goes up. That's a great one to keep you alive. Oh, you needed to beat a 12. You got. Oh, but your spot hidden goes up.
The knives was the last one, which was a roll. Yeah. Oh well, just
no.
one or two. Nothing too crazy. That was like last time.
Yep, and then you get a heroic ability. Do you know which one you might want to take? Like fast footwork would be a great one.
Oh, that's what I was looking over right now.
Okay, I'll give you a chance to look those over. And we'll come back to you. How about Orla? Are you ready to do your
Yes.
improvements? I love that you guys all have Sphinx pelt capes. Totally not drawing attention to yourselves.
Yeah.
Ooh, bartering goes up. Beast lore goes up. How about bushcraft? No. Spot hidden.
Keep trying.
One day you'll get it. Oh.
Crossbow.
And come on, crossbows. Yeah, crossbows goes up.
Ooh.
Excellent. And then do you know what heroic ability you want to take?
I think fearless.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Let me grab fearless, and then you can just spend the willpower and never have to make those will rolls again. Because your will is pretty low.
Yeah.
There we go. And Quietus, no longer the elder. Quietus, the middle-aged.
Quietus the younger.
The younger,
She's younger than
yes.
she was. So
Oh, nice.
okay. She's got. She's going to take fast footwork, by the way, because she's
Okay.
young and perky now.
Excellent. I'll grab that over here for you.
Oh, that's good this
Yeah,
time.
we
Yay.
want demons now.
Yeah.
I know, you get so
Demons are
conditioned,
good.
don't you?
Sneaking goes up. How about your stage?
Oh, that's
Yes,
good.
that goes up. And now your animism. Can you get a 16
This is the
or
good
higher?
one.
Oh, not where we roll the dragon.
Rats.
And then, Tev, do you know what heroic ability you want to take?
I guess fast footwork would be helpful. It kind of frees up my action economy.
Exactly. It's a great one, especially if you have a high evade skill, which you do. You got a 14, so
Yeah.
70% chance of not getting hit. You can all do a full rest and recover all your stuff. And then let's do an epilogue. 6 months from now, Kaylin, where are you? What has transpired? Are you still in the Hularor Canyon, or have you moved on?
Yeah, I think Kalen is still in the canyon, and he's just wandering the canyon, hunting monsters, selling their pelts, whatnot. Essentially, what he came here to do. Now that we've done the grand quest, that's all he's in for.
Far less dangerous now that the Sphinx is no longer traversing these lands. And the cult has it been put down? We'll find out. They seem to worship Circumference. Let's go to Circumference. 6 months from now, what's going on with you?
Yes, Circumference has long left the valley. He's in search of this tower. He has a map and he's able to read it, but now he knows where the armor is truly held, and he is seeking it desperately to retrieve it and to wear it.
Did you bid the cultists to join you, or did you tell them to stay back in the canyon, or what did you tell them to do?
Well, after we left, I suppose Circumference likely ordered them to all give up this cult and to resume normal lives and to rejoin the society at the fort, as the cult has accomplished what it wanted to, and they are free to go now.
As you leave, they all kind of say to themselves, he didn't really mean it, right? No, of course not. Okay, great. What about Tev? Where are you 6 months from now? What are you doing?
Gosh, I mean, since it seems like at least one other party member is lingering here, he likely would do the same. Kind of, not always the easy life. Found people that were, powerful and kind of put them in a position of prestige, I guess you could say. And probably would eventually try to put on that ring and see what happens.
Okay. If you put on the ring, it is a cursed item. You slip it onto your finger, and your intelligence goes from 10 to 7. Knocks your intelligence down slightly as you wear that ring. And the only way to get that off is to find someone who can remove it. It will take magic to get that off. And that's a whole other quest for you to to encounter.
Does it do anything good, or it just did that?
Just did that. The only way to get rid of it is to either cut your finger off, which is what the last person did,
That makes sense.
or find someone who can dispel it.
Yes.
How about Orla? 6 months from now, you've put down that magic bow and taken up this crossbow. Where are you and what are you up to?
Well, does the crossbow also talk?
No, it does not talk.
Okay.
So you're alone with your thoughts all the time now.
Oh no, horrible. This is a good question. I think she is probably... I feel like she's kind of gone back, like, home. I'm not sure where the woods are here, but some kind of,
Far away.
woodsy thing.
Yeah, far away.
Yes, far away. And I think that she actually is enjoying time to just kind of, like, have her own thoughts to herself and not worry about blacking out and accidentally killing someone. And I think she's just practicing with her crossbow.
Nice. And Quietus. Where are you 6
I think
months from now?
Quietus would accompany the cultist back to the fort, and perhaps she spends some time there healing people and trying to fix the mental condition of these people that made them so keen to be in a cult. And maybe eventually she will wander out of the valley and continue her journey, but for now that's where she's going to be.
Excellent. Let's go back to the landing page as we wrap this up. This has been a fun adventure. I love sandboxy sorts of adventures. There's a few places you guys didn't discover and a few rooms you didn't go into in some of the areas, but for the most part you encountered just about everything. Now, I did change this story around as we went because we came up with fantastic ideas. Originally, there is no Sphinx. There's an actual manticore that has the collar of Forgothu. There's no cult, but you guys started talking about a cult. I'm like, heck yeah, I'm going to add a cult to this. And then that Sundu Zara, the Vodric, I totally didn't do anything with him until today. And as we started talking, I thought, oh, you know what? Maybe he's the bad guy. Let's go with that. And it was awesome. Yeah, he just seems creepy. I'm like, let's go with that. So definitely made some changes on the fly, but all in all, I think it was pretty dang fun. I had a blast because it was a different sort of setting, the arid desert and nomadic people and different sorts of monsters and things. I thought it was just an absolute blast. This, like I say, this was originally called Through the Valley of the Manticore, but and I was going to run it with the Manticore, but I didn't want to call it that because it kind of gives away the ending. So I changed it to the Valley of the Sphinx because there was the, Forgothu, the temple and everything was there. But then pretty quick, I'm like, you know what? Let's go with the Sphinx. That sounds better. And so I switched that up. Did you guys have a good time? Did you have fun with this adventure? I know some of you joined a little later than others, but all told, what did you feel about this adventure by Jacob Fleming? Wow, I'm impressed.
We're all overly polite people.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
If anyone would like to share some thoughts, I'd love to hear them. But if not, I know that we had fun. Maybe I'll just go down from left to right as we have here on the screen. So Orla, any thoughts about the adventure as a whole? You were with us the entire time.
Yes. No, I thought it was a lot of fun. I liked being in kind of like a deserty setting.
Yeah.
I thought the monsters that we came across were like really cool.
Did you have a favorite moment or a favorite thing in the adventure?
Ooh, that's a good question. I was going to say I'm curious about the things
that you didn't see. A lot of monsters that you could have fought, and a few treasures here and there. There's actually a treasure chest, and then you have to try and find like the combination to unlock it. The map that we bought today is supposed to just lead us to nowhere, as they just rip us off and then they head out. But I thought, I'm going to move the Sphinx here. This will be fun.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Favorite moment? I don't know. I think probably today with Circumference becoming the head of a cult. I think that was.
I thought that was pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
How about Kaylin? Did you have a favorite moment? What did you think in whole of the? I mean, I don't want to necessarily call it a campaign, but it's 4-session adventure.
Yeah, I mean, and in whole, for how short it was, I really liked how, like, at the beginning, it seemed very small, and then it really opened up. I really, by the end, I feel like we know the valley so well. I don't know. For 4 sessions, I feel like we got a lot of value out of that. That was really good. My favorite part... Oh, sorry, go on. Finish your thought.
We did have 4 leads. We had Dunpalo's kids, which we just found today. We had the well, or the spring that was dammed up that we solved. There was the Rug of Heod, and then this Dream Thief, this strange person causing people to go to sleep and then kill people. Well, yeah, that was a little bit of mind control there. So we were able to actually solve all of the problems at the fort. You were saying your favorite part?
No, yeah, it was just tonight. Similarly, Circumference is such a good character. I love the way he just quietly and immediately used that ring, which could have annihilated him, and he knew this.
Like
He just couldn't help it.
Okay, let's do it. So, yeah.
That was good.
How about Quietus? You joined us about halfway through because we badly needed a healer. We had another player with us that was with us for one session and then had to leave, and you were gracious enough to join us. It's super early in Australia when you join us, so
Yeah.
thank you for that. You can sleep
You're
in next
welcome.
week.
Again,
What was your
as I did
feeling
last
of-
week.
Yeah, right.
By mistake.
That was your favorite moment, was sleeping in last week?
No, I have to say my favourite moment was back when we were in the temple last, and we opened doors and found all the bugbears, and then we went, let's go this way, and then
There's
we
the
found
golem.
the golem. That's
Yeah.
right, and then behind us we had the pit
The pit.
down through.
It's like,
So
oh,
that
no.
seemed like I really enjoyed that really hairy circumstance there,
And then in
luckily
that key
Circumference.
moment, you got turned into a
Yeah.
fox. When
I
all
got
that
turned
was
into a
happening.
fox. Yeah,
That's
and
another
then
highlight.
Circumference, he was holding off the bugbears fully, like just into, because otherwise we'd have had it. So
Yeah, he
yeah,
had
I
to
really enjoyed
chug
that.
like 2 high magic potions to just survive that. So
Yeah,
That
and
was
I really
awesome.
like playing. I've played with most of these folks a lot, but I really like the addition of Tim. I think you're a really great player. So thanks for joining us.
Well, speaking of Tim, Tav, what did you think? You only joined us for 2 sessions. What did you think of the
Yeah.
adventure, of the experience? What was your favorite moment?
I know. Well, thank you very much. I do like the dungeon delving aspect of it. A lot of the Dragonbane that I've done thus far, more narrative, a little bit brief, but digging into the actual like temple and ruins and all those different things are really fun, especially as we kind of like go room by room and uncover things. That was really fun. Circumference obviously is a great character. All of us probably love him in many different ways, but it's fun because that character, of course, is very strong. And so we can get through a lot of things, and there's like some value in that too, because at least with my character in his mind's eye is like, oh, this guy's tough, I'll just stick with him. So it kind of created this sort of like motivation, I guess, to like keep on going and maybe risk more than you otherwise would in a more cautious game. So I liked the balance of that risk reward in this adventure, not just because of Circumference, but also with how things were kind of laid out, such as like the ring, for example. It's like, I'm going to think about, 6 months later, he would probably put it on. It's like, oh, that was a bad idea. Like the game is full of those kinds of risk reward scenarios.
Well, Orla's bow, we were stuck with that for pretty much this whole adventure until
Yeah.
the very
Yeah.
end. So,
That was so good.
how about Circumference? What are your thoughts? Favorite moment?
Oh, yes, I quite enjoyed the adventure. I thought the map was really cool. I like exploring maps and being able to see all the locations.
I like
I
the
also liked
topography
the-
on the map. I thought
Yes,
that was great.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, all the treasure is a nice added bonus.
Yeah,
and
this thing
all
was a loot haul. There was a ton of stuff.
Yes, this is the Hag's Hut of
Yep.
mini campaigns. I thought that the opportunity to feast on many different beasts' flesh was also an added bonus for Circumference.
Like some
I
exotic
look forward to
safari.
that. yes, indeed. I really enjoyed it. My favorite moment was, I think, defeating the Sphinx. That was fun. Rarely do I get to roll 2 dragons in a row, so
Yeah, that was impressive.
fun.
And then you got all your improvements for the most part at the end, which has not happened in a while.
Yep, that's always good as well. But I think those are my thoughts on the adventure.
Excellent. Well, just really quickly, we got a little bit of a teaser about In the Shadow of Tower Silveraxe. So when I bought this adventure, I bought another one from the same author called In the Shadow of Tower Silveraxe, and it's the same idea. It has a big map, but it's much larger. So it would probably take anywhere from 6 to 8 to 10 sessions, I'm guessing, assuming it depends on how much you explore. Like there's a few hexes we never went into on this map. The other one, it's not in a desert. It's more like a forested area, kind of more typical fantasy sort of stuff. But it's the same idea. You've got this big map, and you can kind of go wherever you want, follow whatever leads you want, and hopefully Circumference can find his armor. So I actually have that ready to go in Foundry. I will probably run it, and probably soon. I don't know what time, if I'll do, like, for me right now is Sunday. I think it's Monday morning for Tina. I might do that. I might do a different day or time, but I'll definitely let all of you know if you want to even use these same characters or wanted to join. I'll let you know when I'm going to run that and at least make it available for you. So.
Oh no, we got through with all of our characters
I know,
alive.
I was surprised. So I was really surprised. The first session we almost had like everybody die, and so that's why we needed a healer. So I'm glad that things turned out better. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the video. I'll get this posted tonight. And thank you so much again for playing, and I look forward to playing games with you all again very soon. I've got some tournament adventures coming up. I'm going to try and get one done on Tuesday with Tim, and I've got one other person lined up. If I can get one more, I'll make it work, and I'm efforting to get one. And then I think later in the weekend, Tina, I've got you and some folks from New Zealand, Australia, and Europe that are going to be playing in that one. It's more of a time zone friendly for you all. So at that time I get to get up early, but I'll live. I'll get some muffins and you know, I'll be content. So I'll live. So I will see you all very soon. If not before this weekend, I'll see you on the weekend or in the next game that we have together. Thanks everybody.